Hello and good evening, good day, everybody, good afternoon or something. Anyway, it looks like we did get informed about the finals, CivCIS qualifiers finals today. In just a few minutes, we're gonna need to open up the screen here. Seconds. Let's actually take a look over here. What do we have? Open screen and let's see the map bans. We do have only 3 maps for them to actually choose from since this is the third game. Pangea, Standard Region, and 7Cs are gonna be the ones that are gonna be left open, and it looks like the tilted axis has been taken down. In the CivCIS qualifiers, we did have Salad Mayoneza and also Slozhnii Memas managing to get to this part of the qualifier, the final game. Who's gonna be on the first seed? Who's gonna be on the second seed? We do have them choosing the 7Cs as a map, and by the looks of it, Salad is gonna be on the left side, and we do have Memas on the right. I do also want to say, good evening, sir, and welcome. We're removing maps that the guys have played before in the head-to-heads. There we go. So now all of the maps that have been played before, they did get removed. Saps, bună seara, domnule, și bine ai venit. Or I should say, bună ziua, domnule. Idoki, hello there, sir, and thank you so much for the info, by the way. Much appreciated. I do see also, hello, sir, good day, sir, and welcome. And of course, thank you so much for picking up that first promotion. Let me actually switch around my screen over here so you can take a look at this, and I'm gonna need to switch around a little bit my left screen so I can actually, you know, open up the chats and everything and actually see stuff. Blaze Games, hello there, sir, and welcome. Do we have the music in the background? We do. It's there. Very low, very low, very low. Boom, 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 boom. Anyway, let's actually take a look what we have here. It looks like they're starting off by taking out one of the Zingas. Oh, Mubande is not going to be allowed in, and neither will be Poland allowed in. No Winkelsands for them today. On the right side, we do have Ludwig and also Spain being taken out, Philip II. And we're gonna have another 3 bands to go in the next part. Well, let's actually see what are they gonna choose for. CivCIS is CivCIS is the Russian group. Yes, they do have 3 slots in the qualifiers that they are taking right now, and let's actually see what will happen with these players between the teams. Yeah, it's all Russian. Yeah. It's I mean, you can just, you know, like this, copy paste, drop it into a Google Translate and see what it was said basically. Or you can use your phone. It's actually quite easy today to actually use Google Translate with the picture option, and you just point it at the screen and it will replace the text with the translation. It's incredible, actually. Wow, that technology is to be honest, incredible. Also closing, good enough in my hair. Hello there, sir. Reminds me of the Civ5 days. I joined the Civ5 no quit server and there were like 30 plus rules in Russian because the game was so unbalanced without the mods. Yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. Some people just don't learn. I do see also Khmer on the side of Memas. Being taken out. They're not gonna allow him in, and Khmer, wow, Coupe, I don't know why I said Khmer. Maybe there will be some Khmer at some point, I don't know. I do see also Abraham Lincoln is gonna be taken out by the Salads, and also Genghis Khan Mongolia. We do have to see what kind of civilizations they're gonna pick for those trades, because I do believe on the 7Cs maps they're gonna need to actually get quite a few of those coastals, and not to mention be ready to fight naval warfare. We do see also Uzetian is going to be taken out by Memas, and I do have to point out not a lot of these civilizations have, how to say, the naval powers with them. I mean, you know, Philip II, Coupe, yeah, for sure. But where is Victoria? Where is Elizabeth? Where are the other ones? And we might actually see some Eleanor. You've seen quite a few times during these weeks of the qualifiers how Eleanor did try multiple times to go for that culture victory. If it didn't work, oh well, GDRs and jet bombers are always a thing. We do have also, one last choice for Salad before the pig phase. The same can be said about the Memas. The tone of the game will be set by Salad, bez Mayoneza, and they will have the first pick. Then, right after, Memas will need to pick 2 in sequence, and finally Salad will need to pick the 4th. And it looks like they're not gonna allow in Shaka. Oh, that's quite a surprise. I don't know when they put that into. Also, Indo 2, well, Unicycle, good evening, sir, and welcome. Someone picked Nubia. Yeah, true, we haven't seen Nubia picked in months. Quite a few months actually. Yeah, and Indonesia, I think we saw Indonesia picked a few days ago, if I remember correctly. We did actually see Indonesia being picked. I don't think it actually did get to war that much, especially with the junks. I remember we didn't see that many of them. But yeah, powerful units. We do have the fifth choice also for Memas to be needed to be picked, and it looks like it's gonna be Norway Konge Persona, the one with the long chips. It's not gonna be allowed in. Salad does need to pick the next one, and let me actually see what did happen over here. Okay. Okay. All good. Okay, so 5 picks, 5 bands from each side have been already chosen. Salad is gonna need to pick from the remaining choices, and it looks like they're gonna consider Rome Trajan to be one of the first pickers here. One of the first pickers. Let's actually see what Memas is gonna pick. They do have 2 choices to go. Usually they do use these to actually counter whatever the first pick was, or try to get themselves, you know, on the table over there with their own plan. We're gonna need to see what kind of synergy they're gonna wanna go for. Usually during the games you do need quite a few, I would say, roles that need to be filled. So we're gonna have some gold generators, we're gonna have somebody that's gonna push a victory condition, then we're gonna have some damage dealers over here, and we do see that Memas is actually gonna go for Kublai Mongolia. We might see some Keshiks on the map. Well. Let's see if Memas are actually gonna lock it in, because it looks like they are trying to use their timer until the last second, or at least, you know, going as much as possible. Maybe they are thinking about their upcoming choices and they don't want to lock it in, so they don't go for the next, they don't actually open up the next cycle. So it looks like Memas are indeed gonna lock in Kublai Mongolia. We're gonna have quite a few Keshiks just running around the map over there trying to pillage and destroy units, and we're gonna need to see how Salad is gonna try to defend against them. Well, let's actually take a look over here. What is Memas' second pick gonna be? Do we have, by the way, a lobby? Is there a lobby? I don't see a link. So I don't see a link. I don't see something. Give me a second. Who was maybe here? No, profile private. Not yet. Okay, there's no lobby yet. Okay. Oh, Hungary, more damage dealing on the side of Memas over here. Hungary does have that special ability of applying power across the map using the city-states levy option. We're gonna need to see if he's actually gonna have, well, some easy cities to take out from empires, from behind empires, as we usually do see Hungary try to play this. We also will need to see if he's gonna have his Pearl of the Danube activated, since he does get extra bonus construction, I should say production, from putting those districts across the river from the city center. Sometimes the players do get lucky with very good leaders. Sometimes they're just not that lucky. It is what it is. I do see also Basil II is going to be picked up on Salad. That's definitely a damage dealer, and usually it does like to go for Crusade because it does get a special ability. The fact whenever he takes out a unit, it will spread its religion around in a circle, basically in a radius, and you can convert cities very quickly by just warring your neighbor. Now we're going to need to see if Basil II is going to get, first of all, Crusade, because a lot of the times I gotta say, especially in the top competition, we did see the players try to focus down Basil II's, I would say, power spikes and tone them, right? Try to cut them down. So like we've seen civilizations go quickly sacrifice their religion so they can get the crusade away from Basil. We have seen players also try to get as many religions as possible from the opposing side, so so Basil doesn't get its +2. Of course, that's also dangerous if you do actually get a religion next to Basil. You never know when he's just gonna spread and convert that city. We also do need to see Tamar being taken out by Memas, since we did see the first 4 picks being picked up. Now they do have another phase for the bands, and I do see Tamar is going to be the first one from the 4 bands. We do need to see Salad pick another one, then Memas, then Salad again to finish up this draft. Hello there, Daniel Dingo. Hello there, Seren. Welcome. Okay, there we go. Oh, I need to put up the map. Let me actually take a peek over here. Ooh, Bull Moose. They took out Bully Moose. Oh, they took out Bull Moose. But why? Why would you take out Bulmos from this beautiful map? Well, it is gonna be the 7 Seas, and to be honest, we haven't seen actually the 7 Seas in a few weeks. Most of the time, we've seen either Reach Islands being played out, a very big map with a lot of seeming capabilities, or we've seen smaller maps, or I should say smaller maps, smaller land maps like Little Access, for example. We're gonna need to wait and see how this map is gonna be played out. But Moose, Zinga, and Poland are all respectable bans for Kazandar. So wait a second, they're actually trying to they're trying to nerf Kazandar by banning his favorite civilizations. That's what's happening, dog. Idoki. I mean, totally a strategy, no? I do see Mapuche has been taken out by Memas, which definitely makes sense. Mapuche's power spike over there with the with the Malo Raiders is a bit of a problem. I do have to say I wasn't really expecting to stream this early, so I was still in my, like wake up time, getting my coffee, getting something to eat, and so on and so forth. Was planning to take a bath, go a little bit outside, and so on. Now it is what it is, right? We're gonna adapt with what we have over here, and I'm very happy actually we do get to see this game. It is the decider basically, who's gonna have that first seed and the second seed. Also, Bordanian, hello there, sir, and welcome. Yeah, we do have quite an early stream today. Eleanor France has been taken out, not Eleanor England, and this actually makes me question what is going on over here. We do need to see some coastal civilizations being picked up. None of these civilizations are actually coastal, and they don't really get like, half coast harbors or stuff like that usually the players do really like to go for. We do need to see if this is gonna happen. Come on, what is gonna happen? They let in so many Englands, by the way. So Victoria, Age of Steam, Age of Empire, we do have Elizabeth, we do have Eleanor. So many Englands over here that can actually be picked up. Also, Waka Waka, wow, yeah. Ooh. Give me a second. I think I closed the door to the cat. Ooh, Chandra Gupta. Chandra Gupta is getting... No, last second over here. Change. Nader Shah is gonna be the pick over there. Is it Nader Shah? Is it Nader Shah? It is Nader Shah. They confirmed it. Eleanor of Aquitaine, England over there. Whoa, it didn't even get in, and it's starting to actually make some choices. That's happening. Maya. We might see Maya. Well. I don't know. 7 Seas. I don't know. They really need to get some coastals over here. It's fine. I was thinking I might have actually closed the door of my room over here so the cat couldn't get in. But no, she's fine. She's fine. She has a way in. She's just taking a little bit of time off over here. Just ate. I do see also Tokugawa on the side of Salad. That's gonna be one of the Japanese leaders that hasn't been picked up because it got nerfed. So I'm actually extremely surprised. I was expecting something like Hojo here. Definitely a strong choice. Not sure if Tokugawa is gonna raise up to the challenge of the map here. Also, BlazeCat Games, people complain that Chandra nerf made him bad, but he's still good because India passive too good. He's just not as cool anymore. Well, not as good, yeah, it's not as good. But to be honest, it was kind of crazy, right? When Chandra Gupta was getting his war going at the end of the game over there, even if he was like half science or half culture, then his opponents, he would have still been able to actually take him down with his bonuses. It was, especially that production bonus, a bit, I would say a bit too much. Let's actually see if they're actually gonna manage to get to counter. I do also notice we got King Shi Unifier. Is this Unifier? I'm sorry, sometimes these leaders, how to say, pose a bit of a challenge to know exactly who they are. So let me actually take a look over here. Is it? What is he? It's Mandate of Heaven. Oh yeah, it's Mandate of Heaven. Yeah, you're right. It is Mandate of Heaven. So this is Unifier, this is Mandate of Heaven. It's just, there are some differences, there are some similarities over there. You gotta be careful, how to look at the portrait over here. I definitely wanted to double check before I actually called them out. So that is Mandate of Heaven going to be picked up over here by Salad, and that is going to be the last pick. We do need to see Memas in just a few seconds. Picking up Frederick Barbarossa. Oh my god, man, we are in for a treat. Frederick Barbarossa actually getting picked 2 times in just a span of a week. This is incredible. Anyway, Frederick here is definitely well known for his production capabilities. Have you seen him go woo with the production the last time? If he does manage to get that going, it is incredible. Okay, what is the vote? What is the link? What is the link? Let me double check. No link? No lobby, no link? See. Okay, we don't have a link here. Just trying to open up profiles, Steam profiles to take a look if they're in the game. Seems like we do need to wait a little bit. I should have all of the mods here. The 4 mods should be fine, plus the report screen and so on. Yeah, should be fine. There's a link now? There is a link. Dum 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 da 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 dum. There we go. Got it. Joining. Yes, quickly gonna need to reconnect. So we fixed the 0ms issues. I saw quite a few, like 4 of the players I think had 0ms. Definitely needed to get this. Who is who? Exactly. Who is who? We don't know. So we got 1 2 2 1 2 1. There we go. I'm gonna need to wait a little bit so I can switch with one of the top slots, so we get the spectator slot. 0 naval. Yes, this is very strange. Very strange indeed. I'm actually very surprised that. So we do have on Salad Best Mayoneza, we got Rome, Trajan, Basil II, Tokugawa. That is naval. Okay, we got 1 naval. And also Keen Mandate of Heaven. On the right side, Memas are going to come out with Kublai Khan, Mongolia, Hungary with Nadershah, if I remember correctly, and Frederick Barbarossa. They do have 3 damage dealers over here. And of course, Frederick is going to need to sim. I do have to say, I've seen Frederick in war situations quite a few times, and especially or say Task Force Fish did amazingly well with him, because you can go triple encampment setup without that much of a punishment. When you get to civil service, boom, you get another district, and that's it. So yeah, it is what it is. We're gonna need to see if the players are gonna use that offensively, of course, if they're gonna be on the front line or not, and we're definitely gonna need to wait and see to know the map. How are they gonna have those conflict zones? What kind of possible conflict zones are they gonna have, and how are they gonna play it? If there will be some kind of a race, which I kind of think it will be some kind of a race for generals between them. 7C's map is not that big of a map. It's definitely not as big as Rich Highlands or the Highlands or Lakes for that matter. So we might actually see them quite close to each other. They might have the opportunity to either go on the coast against each other or on the land. I would imagine with so many non-coastal civilizations, land civilizations, they will get the opportunity to actually go against each other with just pure sticks and stones. Just, you know, find them out with the scouts and the cats on them. It is what it is. I think we can even close up the screen over here. Ah, there we go. The swap. Whoa. I couldn't swap? What? Okay, there we go. There might be somebody on the spectator slot, or maybe somebody's joining on the spectator slot. He's not. Yeah, there's somebody over there. I think it's Sue. Sue should be streaming for the Russian community. No? He's not. Whoa. Okay, there we go. There we go. He got in. He got in. Maybe he got out and he got in while I was also getting out and getting in. It happens. Very curious that in the last few days, actually, in Romania, we had some snow in April. What? We barely had any snow in December, and now we got snow in April. I don't know how that happens. Looking forward to actually see the summer. Cannot wait for actually, you know, a lot more heat. Pretty sure it's gonna be a bit too much, but oh well. It's much better than a too cold. Ugh. Okay, so the players did manage to get in. We're gonna need to see who's playing on who. I think they did swap solos. So we got solo with outside with Chestima and Roy. Let me actually take a quick peek over here. So that would be Slozhnii Memas. As you can see, they're all in the same channel. Now I cannot read these other names, unfortunately. And give me a second because I do need to actually answer the phone. Sorry, stupidity is too much. Sorry. It is what it is. Man, stupidity has no limits. Wait, 7C's map is good but not 100% needed. As long as you have civs who can flex into naval war like Mongolia or Byzantine. Basil II isn't really a warmonger on the seas. Yeah, you can definitely use some of his bonuses, including the Dromon, but most of the time, he's not really well known for actually punching through the defenses of an opponent. But yeah, definitely popular, like Nader Shah's +5 is very good, not to mention its internal trade routes. Yep. Yeah, he can often avoid the frontlining and F over everybody with the levies. Yeah, Hungary is amazing here. Where are we going, chat? Left or right? And I do need to put up the prediction. How many D-maps? 0, 1, 2, 10 minutes. We got this. We got this going. He has the taxis at least and Dromon for closer fights. Yeah, yes and no. We're going left. Halosar is saying left. We're gonna go Nader Shah by the looks of it. Mashad gonna have his 131 seal tile. He's also gonna have some 31 sheep for the extra food. Looks like he's also gonna get that scout out next turn, in 3 turns, I mean, and we'll have quite a bit of fresh water to the western side. He's also gonna have Mongolia over there, Kublai Khan, and by the looks of it, they're gonna get to trade to the northern water without any kind of issues here. Quite nice. South of him, behind the mountains, there's going to be Germany. That's also going to be one of his allies. They can also set up coastal trade routes here. Oof, the cliffs of Dover settle here for Germany. East? Any? Ooh, China. China is going to be front line. Next to Frederick. I guess he's not going to be feeling that threatened by Frederick Barbarossa at the beginning of the game, but later on, you might feel the pressure. We do also need to take a look at Hungary. Where is he and what is he doing? Hungary is going to be past China, and by the looks of it, China is in a 1 versus 3 situation. I mean, we do have Hungary here with the ability to go just settle in place over here or move 1 tile to the left side. He's still going to have the bananas, but it's all about how many tiles he's going to also get to get his Pearl of the Danube bonus. Could definitely just settle in place, move across on the tobacco if he wants to, but that would only give him 1 tile, and I don't think he's going to want to do that. We do have him with some geothermals, giving him the +4 campus slots. Very nice, or at least one of them, another +3 over here, and some mountains are going to also couple up with the rainforest to give him +3 campuses. A good river network, actually. East side, west side, south, quite a few rivers for him to develop his cities. Some pigs over here to get some extra gold from, and from what I do notice, doesn't really have... I guess he does have Bandar Bunei to actually levy, but next to China, doesn't seem like he's going to have that many units. Maybe Taruga is going to start pumping out some units and he's going to get to cross the desert through the eye of the Sahara to take some cities away from China. Kublai Mongolia. Let's see, Shanadu here with 3 tens for a scout. He's going to get that cattle settled to the northwest. I do see also he's going to have some amber, but without the extra production on them. And we do have him southeast here, also with, I would say a jade settle if he wants to go for. Quite a few horses around. 4 horse tiles just in the capital, guys. 4 horse tiles. 3 in the 3rd ring. Yes, very expensive, but man, 4 horse tiles in the capital. Incredible. He's also going to have on the western side, very far away, Rome. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be quite, even for those Kazaks, it's going to be quite a long road to actually get to Rome. Frederick Barbarossa with the river networks, a city on the west, city on the east, possibly Temenaki city, and to the north he's gonna, I'm actually curious how he's gonna try to get his setup going over here with the Hansas and the commercials. Last time we did see a bit of a, okay, not so optimal kind of setup, but I'm pretty sure we might actually see a little bit better this time. And no Stonehenge Mandate 2 remap angle for the salad. So wait a second, because he doesn't have the stones. Well, I guess this is 4th ring and he's not gonna get to place it on it. This one maybe? This one? As in next to this stone? Maybe. Yeah, he does have stone. Also, good day, Battlecruiser. Hello there, sir, and welcome. How is your satisfactory running? Good. Actually, we are getting to the third part right now, third phase. I got lucky and one of my friends actually wanted to play a little bit, and we got to a couple of forces together over there to get a new base going. But I do have to say, yeah, we'll see how everything is developing. We tried it a little bit different than the last time. That's not flat, that's a hill. What's a hill? I'm talking about this one, the 2-1. The flat iron in the cap is henge. Oh yeah, this is not a flat tile, this is a hill. Yeah, that's true. Okay, Basil the second, where is he? Where is Basil? So we got Roji here. Basil is here. Yeah, this kind of looks like it's gonna be a remap for the salads. I gotta say, it doesn't seem like they're gonna have the opportunity to actually go against their opponents properly, and this is gonna slow them down quite a bit in the long term. Looks like we got Athena also picking up her spot over there on the top of the PC. Yeah. Pitiless looting. Also, good evening, sir, and welcome. Only problem is the position. Yeah, it's a big problem actually. Like Tokugawa probably not gonna get to interact that much with his teammates, except of course on the right side over here Byzantium. Maybe later on he will get to attack into Germany. Although I kind of feel like he's gonna want to go more for simming. So they're gonna just have China in between 3 opponents. Rome is gonna be far away. Again, not really an opportunity for him to go and attack either Hungary or Kublai Mongolia. This would be really bad, right, if he goes against Kublai Mongolia. So kind of looks like the spawns over here, even though in particular the spawns are actually quite good, the connection between them is going to be a bit effed up. Now we do have some coffee tiles here also with extra culture for Rome. Gonna have some amber also for that extra culture with possible ivory tile on the right side, the Temenaki possible city northeast, and also more fresh water from the rivers on the west towards Namadol here. Could even get some boats into the water to take that city down, or maybe this is gonna be one of the Byzantine cities. He does definitely have quite a few cities on the coast with very little fresh water to actually work with, and there are some lakes that would give him the freshwater bonuses, but not that many. Yeah, the Byzantine land is kind of bad. It is kind of bad, I gotta say. Not ideal at all. We're 10-7, so the players do still have 3 turns to keep on scouting around and take a look, get in the information around their territory. Oh, we might actually see a builder. This is 3 charge builder. Oh, there we go. Outside just declared war on it and took the builder away from the city of Bandar Brunei. That's gonna be 3 easy charges for him to actually use for the Hungarian bonuses, the setup. And I do see also the city of Bura did go full into that corner of the river, so he's gonna get 4 tiles with the Pearl of the Danube bonus. Yes, it's in floodable terrain here, and we're going to need to see how Bura is gonna try to get out of this. Clocksif, hello there, sir, and welcome. How did the first 2 games go? What kind of victories? Let me see if I can actually double check that for you. Reports? Is there a report channel? I don't see a report channel. Oh no. I don't see a report channel. Is there a report channel? Idoki over here. Maybe Idoki is gonna be with us. I have no idea. Like, is there a report channel somewhere? Do we know where it is? Let me see. Well, it definitely is 1-1. If this is the 3rd game, they did manage to win 1 and like for each side. I don't know what it is. What's the question? Where are the reports, or I should say, what happened in the first two games? What kind of victory conditions they did have, and of course, who won them? Yeah, it's game 3 out of 3. Yes. Oh, Max, hello there, sir, and welcome. Yeah, Tokugawa. This is extremely surprising that we actually have Tokugawa in the game. Like, honestly, after that nerf, wasn't really expecting him. Wasn't really expecting to see him over Hojo, for example. I believe Hojo is definitely much better right now. 1-0 too many on my prediction. Uh-oh, what did you do? 1-0 too many? Kick. Hello there, papas. Good day, sir, and welcome. Okay. So we're expecting basically Salad to actually try to remap this. We're going to need to see if on the other side if Slozhnii Memas is going to want to keep this map, or keep, I should say, keep their token, or they're also going to try to roll another one. They do have Aachen, I guess, in a forward position, but I don't think they actually saw everything that's happening here. So they do know about China's position, and they do not know about Japan's position, but they do know that Germany is going to have a lot of territory here to settle. He doesn't know about his southwest, and of course there could be a possible opponent over there. I'm pretty sure because they did meet, they could war each other and take a look at their or ask the player that did meet their opponents over here, Solo 1, to actually give them an idea of where their opponents are using the lens for the settler lens to see the loyalty. And yeah, there we go. We do have, indeed, as predicted, Mayoneza actually getting another one of these maps going. We'll see what they end up with. End the prediction. Should I end the prediction? Okay, end submissions. I ended. Got it. I was thinking people are still gonna put in the other options, no? First one, Memas, one on Pangea East versus West. Kaiser's victory on Zinga. I see. And the second one, Salad, one on Lakes by a CC around turn 80. Thank you so much, Idoki. Much appreciated, sir. So there we go, Cloxiv. You got your answer. Let's put up the team labels also. Okay. Hoping these are gonna be... Well, I guess we need to give it a few seconds so I can actually see the portraits, so they're in the middle over there. Salad remapped? Yes, Salad remapped. Did Herson get unbanned? What? I don't know. Xiaoyin, good evening, sir, and welcome. I don't know, probably not. I have no idea. Don't think so. Why would he get unbanned? What would be the reasoning behind his unban? I don't think will ever be unbanned. CPL's reason for banning is kind of like he talked trash and leaked info, and he's sorry. If he apologizes, we can give him another chance, and Herson is very proud and he's never gonna apologize. Also, here he's making his own community, so he's probably not coming back. Yeah. Yeah, that's Alco's tournament. Okay, so we're going left or we're going right? Where are we going? We going right? Okay, you go, you go, you go, you go. Okay, we got China over here getting Xi'an down. Looks like he's also gonna have quite a few rivers around him to get his settles going. Stone tiles galore over here, quite a few of them. Not that many flat tiles, but I'm pretty sure he can put that stone on the horse if he wants to. I do also notice he's gonna be relatively close over here with Matthias Corvinus having him on the northwest. Wait a second. Woohoo! The delicate touch, the gold, the faith. Oh, very nice for the outside over there. This is going to be quite a conflict zone between them, and we definitely need to see if China is going to be with his feathers ruffled by Matthias Corvinus here in the next part. We do have also Kublai, Mongolia to the south. Man, China is not getting out of this. China is not getting out of this. Look at this. K-Shake from the south, Black Armies from the northwest. How is he gonna get out of this? Also, Marfilo, hello, Dresser, and welcome. It's always right to go left. KW. Why did he not see the banana? Which banana? This banana? The 3-2 banana? He does have the banana, yes. The extra food coming out from his that tile is going to be nice to give him that extra population. Looking also on the southwest, looks like this is going to be Japan. That's going to be Tokugawa and one of his allies. And I do see also Nader Shah. Oh my god, it's another 3 versus 1, guys. Yeah, China is not getting out of this. Yeah, it's 3 versus 1 versus China. Onyx, hello, Thurston, and welcome. This is gonna be a bit of I gotta say, a bit of problem over here for him. On the Rome side, what do we have? Looks like a salad. Rome is also gonna have like red bar to the north to settle. Wine tile, easy peasy. Not to mention on the river to the northwest. He also has his scout coming up in 3 turns. And from what I do notice, not that much fresh water, but definitely he can work around it with the 1 tile lakes and the rivers to the western side. He's also gonna have on the east Hungary, and I'm pretty sure he will try to actually get the city in the Adriatic Sea, so he can couple his economy to. Oh, wait a second. No. These are opponents. Oh my god, I was taking it from the. But never mind. These are opponents. So I kind of think Hungary is gonna close this up, right? Just put a unit in the 1 tile chokes and close this up. Just let him fight over with China and then take care of Rome. You know, then let him go. So it does seem like Rome is gonna have his free sim going over here. I would imagine he's gonna try to get some units through the 1 tile chokes if Hungary is gonna let him. We're going to need to see if that opportunity arises. Japan also on the coast will have the opportunity, well, to give Rome with some international trade routes destinations here. I do see Tokyo is going to get his builder first, and he does have 4 resources in the capital to get going. This is going to be a massive harbor. He's also going to have some rivers for the fresh water, some on the western coast. I do see at least 2 of them northwest that he could go and grab the city centers with the rivers extra bonus for housing. He did buy out a scout with his friend's gold over there, and from what I do also notice, he's also going to have some lakes to the northeast to settle with another water body in the right side. Oh my god, this is Party Island, guys. This is the Party Island right here. We also have him with the opportunity to maybe get some pressure off of China if he does send some units or even moves his cities northeast, so he can actually, you know, send the units quickly on the front line so he can help out China survive. Basil II will be to the north of Nader Shah. This is also going to be a conflict zone over here. I'm pretty sure Nader Shah is not going to be that excited to actually go northward. By the looks of it, the cities are not that great, not that much fresh water, and settling on the coast might not be the greatest idea. He does have the fresh water on the western side, so that's probably where the destination will be. Mount Sinai, also northwest of Constantinople, some freshwater rivers to the north towards Singapore, and I do see some 1 tile lakes. Yeah, he's gonna have a lot of this coast to go and settle, and I do also see sometimes, of course, there are freshwater cities that he could go for. I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to get the city to settle on the western side, or at least next to it, while we're going to see if he's gonna actually get something done against the target, especially towards the south over here against Persia, because the other ones do seem like they're gonna be way too far away. Like Hungary over here, protected by the mountains, could get there. Don't get me wrong, there is a kind of a flat land over here to go through. The city of Fez, take that over, and maybe get to the city of Buda. Now we do have also to take a look at Frederick Barbarossa spawn. Oh my god, free sim Germany, guys, free sim Germany. This is Wait, did Roy just buy another scout as he was getting another scout, or did he pop a scout from a hut? I hope he actually popped a scout from the hut, because exactly this location really doesn't require you to go for 3 scouts. We do have him with the 3-2 banana, and I do see he's gonna get the banana split to the southwest over here. We're gonna need to see also when he's gonna settle on the eastern side over there with the 3-2 bananas getting down. Sir Mactador Mundig, hello there, sir, and welcome. Also, won't buff any other districts with the Japan bonus. Yeah, that's true. Also, bună seara, Eco Supreme, hello there, sir, and welcome. I didn't see it if I was AFK. Wait, do you mean his harbor specifically? Yeah, it's he has 4 resources around the harbor. That's what I mean. But I do have to point out, indeed, it won't actually add the adjacency to any other district over here when he's gonna place this one. And it's not like he actually has the possibility of taking out one of these resources, because you know they're luxury resources. We do need to take a look at Kublai also spawn. Now I think Shanadu is gonna have only one mission: just send units towards China. And I do have to point out, China is not gonna see him. He's not gonna see him. Look at this. There's like no way he's actually gonna see this. There's no unit coming from China, and I do see Mongolia's moving his warrior northwest while his scout is gonna go northeast. He does have, of course, vision over Solo, and from what I do notice, they did figure out where China is because of the Hungarian scout coming from the northwest, and discover that. So he's probably gonna settle that instant style, gonna get that extra faith going, gonna get a pantheon, gonna settle more cities to the north. Can easily get a photo city against China and try to hit him from the beginning. So I would imagine we're gonna see triple encampment set up here quite quickly from Mongolia's cities. It's no big deal though. It's +6, which is insane. With free inquiry, that's 12. Yes. I haven't seen a natural +6 ever. It's a +7. Well, it is 2 + 1 3 and plus the 4. Yes, it's a +7. Also, don't underestimate the early +7 gold. It's quite good. Yes, always more gold is good at the beginning. You've seen how much it matters to also get into a big Coco territory over there. They took out the bring back Coco. I always say #bring back Coco. And we do have also a setter coming up, wait a second, from the cities of Hungary, right? Where is he moving? He's still 2 turns out from finishing. Oh my god, look how quickly this is! Just got the settler so quickly over here with the 2-3 tier tile, giving him that extra production bonus. And from what I do see, Buddha, very slow. Maybe he did get another oh, that's the difference, right? He did get another scout over there and wasted a few more turns, and this is it. We do have Delicate Arch with a possible settle to the western side of Buddha, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna want to settle that cheap tile to get the extra gold going, not to mention the extra faith. Easy to get the faith generation set up. You can work the production card instead of actually working the God King card, which again, more production. And guys, do you see what I'm seeing? The continent split? Oh, sure. We got 1, 2, 3. Okay. Looks like Germany is gonna have his own continent, not actually oh, actually he's gonna have really his own continent. Mashhad on another continent, everybody else on another continent. Where is Rome? Rome is purple. Okay, I guess purple nation, purple territory. Japan is red. We do have also Kublai red. And I gotta say, did you see this? Did you see this event happening over here? So next turn, let's see. Next turn, Yugo settler will go somewhere, right? I don't think he's actually gonna get to settle because I don't think he has where. So we do have this warrior that is going to come out from the forest over there. Will they get to see each other? Is he going to want to go for the cattle or the, let's say, the cotton settle? This map is going to go forward. So this is going to happen, guys. We might see something happening over here with the Chinese settle. Where do you think is he going to settle? Where is he going to settle? Is he settling cattle? Is he settling, he's trying to settle the cotton tile? Is he settling on the flat plains over here? I guess this would be the safest settle, actually. Because if both units move at the same in this turn, the warrior is going to get either on the 1-2, 1-3 or the 2-1, and he's going to have maximum distance in the turn after to go for the cotton. That's it. He only has 2 movement. While the settler is also going to have vision over it, and if he goes here, the warrior is not going to get to him when he settles. If he goes here, well, there is a chance you might not get to shift and to spam B, basically, to actually settle that city. Uh-oh. I'm going to watch this, guys. I'm going to watch this. Let's see. Just Dima moving. He's moving. China saw the settler, immediately moving to the left. He's going to... Yeah, there we go. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. Oh, okay, that happened. End flood. Oh my god. Can you imagine? End the flood. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It is what it is. Anyway, yeah, let's take a look at Nader Shah here a little bit more in depth, intimately. And we do need to finish the prediction, right? It was one remap. Complete the prediction, 30,000 points just got delivered. Okay, and let's get the start the prediction for who will conquer the first city. We do have Slozhnii, Memas on one side, and on the other side, salad. Bez Mayoneza. Submission period for 15 minutes. We don't know exactly, and of course, we're going to need to see who's gonna get that first city. Paxios, good evening, sir, and welcome. Okay, well done from China, moving one and waiting. So sad, man, no free sim, China. Really odd that he waited 3 seconds after moving. Spawning mine list to wait to Mongolia, just BS. He probably didn't load in. Yeah, might have. Anyway, Nader Shah here is going to start moving his settle towards the southwest. Probably the gypsum settle is going to be his choice. He's going to get that free amenity and also the 2-to-1 base with a few other tiles to actually work with. We do have Mashad also getting another settler in 5. Has Cocoa and also diamonds in the capital with quite a few of these bananas to give him the extra food. Not to mention, we'll get to improve the plantations on them. Sent to Yunus towards the north to fend off the Byzantine scout coming towards him. And I'm pretty sure he's actually going to allow Mongolia to focus all in on China. Maybe we're also going to have Hungary come in with a few units over here to try to stop China from doing too much defense. Looking at also Hungary, we do have him. Oh, wait a second. Strategic resources. Mashad has his iron second ring west side, also horses southeast in the second ring. Okay, next up, Hungary. Moving for that delicate arch settle on the sheep tile for the fresh water. He also has another settle coming up in 410s, which he can easily put on the other side of delicate arch to get more gold. We also have him with a possible photo set, actually 2 possible photo cities against China. One on the river to the southeast, where he's gonna get some sugars and of course some 2-2 tiles to go for. Not to mention gonna get very close up and personal with China. They're basically gonna get to smell each other there. We do have also Bura benefiting from horses in the second ring, iron second ring. I don't see that many horse tiles or that many iron tiles. Yeah, some in other cities, or at least one here and one there. But horses, kind of missing. He's going to need to grab these from his teammates, and to be honest, I wouldn't really be surprised if he's going to buy out that third ring 2-3 deer tile to the north of Buda. We also have Kublai Mongolia to take a look at. Choir did get settled on the incense tile, giving him that extra faith per turn. Mongolia is moving northeast, and I do see Shanadu here is going to also benefit from the deer tiles extra production from the south. Has the horse tile in the capital to the north in the second ring, iron right next to him, a possible +3 campus, and I guess we will need to see if he's gonna start off with encampments here. He did start off with something. Oh yeah, there we go, the campuses. He started off with campuses. We do have 2 campuses already being placed, one a +3 and another +1 over here from the city of Choir. And from what I do notice, the position of his third city not gonna really allow him to actually get these better campuses going. There's no geothermal or reef tile or something mountains over there to give him the extra adjacency. Looking at also Frederick Barbarossa, he's gonna be the free sim over here of Memas. We do have him with Coco settles in the city of Magdeburg, 2 of these Coco tiles, giving him that extra +4 gold in total. We do have another settle coming up in 310s, Banana, biggest banana city on the right side, while there are quite a few cities in the southeast and in the southwest to go and settle. I gotta say, this is gonna be a bit of a challenge for him to get his proper setup going, but it is possible to get everything, squeeze out every bit of production over there and yield from the Hanzas. We will need to see also his strategics. He does have a horse tile in the capital with another one in the third ring, also an iron tile there in the first ring of the capital. No problem for him to get both of the strategic resources going. We will get to trade also with his ally over here. If Solo is going to get a city in the northeast where he does have basically a banana and a cocoa tile over there, he will get to give 3 routes to both of them, right? They will get to trade with each other quite nicely. There is another possibility here for Persia to try to get a city in the southwest, so in the East China Sea, so he can trade with Mongolia. We'll see which one, if he's choosing both. We don't know. Also taking a look at Basil II to the north of Nader Shah, he is putting down his holy sites here. While I did notice China's units did push back the Mongolian warrior from that holy site, I'm actually quite surprised we didn't see him just stay over there a little while longer. We do have the 2 holy sites coming out from Xi'an and no Stonehenge. He didn't go for a Stonehenge. Looking at Basil, we do see him also quite close to China, by the way. He might actually try to go and convert the Chinese city the initial one, so he can get that. How is it called? The Holy City, I believe it's called. Yeah, anyway, 2 turns for another settler from Constantinople with a warrior to the south. He brought back his scout, which is going to need a bit of time off over there to get his health back, while we do have Persia keeping one of his scouts in the north so he can see if there are any units coming from Byzantium. Looks like at the moment they're not coming. We also do see the horse tile in Constantinople is going to be secondary towards the south. His iron tile probably is somewhere here. It should be underneath the holy side. Like, there is no other tile around it that could be the iron. Yeah, I don't think so. So that is the iron tile. Okay. Tokugawa, we do have him already with the third city coming around. Probably will go northwest to settle it on the coast over there. It will take him quite a bit of time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 to settle. While Osaka did get to the northeast to actually go into the lake settle, he's gonna grab a banana for the extra food. While in the capital, he already improved 3 of his coastal resources, got the celestial navigation boost, and is 8 turns away from getting to place his first harbor. Horses in the second ring from Tokyo. He is not that far away, but not that close either to Mongolia. And I'm pretty sure just Dima over here going into campuses first. He will follow up with bronze working out right after, and he will get that extra science to work with from the campuses to catch up. We'll see if either China or Tokugawa here are going to manage to get the generals so they can defend the Mongolian attack. We also will probably need to see what Matthias' Corvinus is going to look like in the sim. He's going currency, so I wouldn't really say right now that he's going for his I would say war units. Not at the moment. He does want to get the gold generation going. Looking at also Trajan, we got him to the western China. He did settle Ostia next to Lake Red, but not right on top of it. He did manage to get a dice tile to settle on with for some extra faith and the amenity, while he's gonna grab a settler in 7 turns from Rome. He does have another city moving northeast. 133 truffle tiles, and from what I do notice, he's gonna have quite a few of these cities with fresh water to settle, mostly in westward. As you can see, there are these rivers actually span to the west side. To the east, yeah, probably gonna get a city on the cattle tile. I wouldn't really think Hungary is gonna get too close over these mountains on the western side, so he doesn't expose his cities to the attacks of another nation like Rome. Rome over here with a horse tile in the first ring. He does also have an iron tile in the first ring, while I do see Hungary is also discovering his territory. We do have a trader coming up from Ostia. That trader at the moment is not protected. We will probably need to see a slinger here being bought or something to protect these units. While yes, Mongolia did get pushed back from the cities of China. We do need to see if he's going to manage to actually keep that warrior alive. Yeah, he is. And I do see him with God of the Forge on Mongolia. I mean, this is the moment you need to, push the panic button. Also really odd that he waited 3 seconds after moving. Yeah, it happens. Also spawning mine, no one on salad is free sim really. Rome versus Hungary, China versus Mongolia, Japan versus Mongolia, Byzantium only, Germany. Yeah, Germany is free sim. Germany full free sim over here. He's gonna be safe behind Nader Shah's warm arms over here. Now I'm pretty sure we do need to see Persia try to get a city where the warrior is from Germany, not only to connect his economy with Germany, but also to put a lot more defense for Germany to just keep on settling, keep on getting cities out, keep on putting down his Hanzas, getting that production higher. We do need to take a look at the King Mandate of Heaven also. I do see 3 cities already, all 3 of them going for holy sites. Why do I feel like this is a mistake? Going for holy sites in the face of Mongolia. Is it only me that thinks this is a mistake, going holy sites in the face of Mongolia? As in these many holy sites, don't get me wrong, like he could have gone 1 holy site, 1 Stonehenge, got his sacred places religion, and then be done with it. Try to go in Camel next and try to actually make it up with the units, right? Try to get some chops going and builders and so on, be competitive on the generals, because it does seem like Mongolia is going to have quite a bit more science than Yugo at the moment with 10 versus 7. They're on the same culture level, and from what I do notice, also Mongolia will start to have quite a few more yields, getting his slingers out for the defense, and will soon gonna have that that ability to put down his encampments. 2 turns from bronze working to get out from just Dima, and I would imagine he's gonna follow up this opening with campuses with his encampments. Okay, 3-2 Horstile, already improved from Mongolia. We will need to see their Pantheon soon. And we do also have Persia over here opening up with his campuses quite early on. 14 science, getting currency next turn. And we will need to see where he's going to place down his commercials. There are quite a few tiles over here that unfortunately are covered by forest and rainforest. And not all of them would be actually perfect positions for him to get his commercials out. Of course, would ideally want the rivers to give him the extra adjacency, but sometimes the players just want them for the merchant points. And coming back to that subject, we do have actually Ifadlan as the first merchant for an extra trade route capacity and some faith from those trade routes. While I do see Buriga is going to be one of the first channels, we don't have Hypatia yet. It's going to be Ariabata available in the scientist screen, but there is a good engineer for Germany to pick up early. Emotep over here is going to give him some extra production towards wonders. Definitely a good one for this moment in time. Hugo is gonna follow up his holy site opening with bronze working. Ooh, we're gold, man. We're gold. If he does that, there's not gonna be any gold. Like he's gonna go negative very, very quickly over here. Like the holy sites already put a lot of economic pressure on you because they do not have they do require maintenance, not to mention the shrines, and then you put down encampments, which also don't give you that much gold, and you cannot go for Pembrush and Voice to get some gold out of your built-in districts because you went for holy sites. So you want the faith, so you want to actually make use of monumentality. Uh-oh, this might be a problem for Hugo. I foresee a bit of a problem over here for Hugo. He probably didn't log in. Yes. Oh, chat's in order. Click. Chat's in order. There we go. Scrolling down. Click. Okay. Okay, first encampment placed down from Karakorum, an encampment coming out from Xi'an also in 210s. The fact that Xi'an is the capital does give him a bit more production. I would imagine Mongolia might not go for an encampment from the city of Shanadu. He might want to get his government plaza in between these two campuses so he can get that extra adjacency going. This will help him getting the size needed to get to the Keshex quickly. We also do need to see how quickly is he going to get those tiles improved, and maybe he's going to start chopping. Hungary went for God of War and Plunder for an extra point of merchants on his commercials, not to mention his general points. We do have him with the 3 city setup. Seja did get a lot of gold going from Delicate Arch. He's already on 11 gold a turn, not even a commercial down in his 11. Did get, of course, his first trader going. While I do notice he got pushed back from the city of Rome, it does seem like a Rome slinger over there is quite damaged. I would actually imagine the volcano exploded and damaged that unit. Frederick, did he go for a Pantheon? Not yet. We do have Basil II going for Earth Goddess. He's going to get some Faith Generation going from his Thinking and Charming Appeal, while we do have him on 9 Faith a 10 over here on the series. With Shrines coming up next, he's also going to have a big problem in the economy. How are they going to fix their economy? They have 2 nations right now. So on Salad Bez Mayoneza, they have 2 nations going for holy sites, and both nations are going to have very little gold per turn. Very little. So we do need Tokugawa and basically Trajan to try to get as much gold as possible. Good thing is they could set up early trade routes. Rome could actually get a city on the coast and send those trade routes towards Japan. They're definitely in trade route range here. And I do have to point out Japan did not go for the freshwater settled northwest, where he also had 2-3 tiles. Does he even know about this? Oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. It is what it is. One sec. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam. Okay. This. Okay. Rome, still no Pantheon. Getting his commercials down. This is a must-have. Right now, the gold is a must-have. He's also sending that settler towards the southwest of Rome so he can put it on the coast in the Ionian Sea. There are options for him to try to get some cities away, like Anshan, for example. It's not even discovered yet. And I'm pretty sure they're going to try to actually get to Suzdam. Talking about city-states here, while we're going to take a look how things are evolving next to China, we do have Mitra with Anshan, Fez, and Geneva for the science city-states, 4 of these. With Singapore and Cardiff coming up for the industry, Cahokia and Zanzibar will be providing some trade routes, while I do see Jerusalem and Kandy will be providing some religious bonuses. Granada with military, and also in Gazargamu with military, while there is no cultured city-state in the game. Very rarely, but there is no cultured city-state in the game, as you can see. Very rarely this happens, I mean. Now, we do have also Japan going for city Patrian goddess for his production towards his first district in a city center. I would imagine his harbors over there are going to be for the first settles, the first district that he's going to start to build from his city centers. While, yeah, there we go, they're starting to be placed down. He does have a fourth city, which doesn't know where to go. It would have been amazing if he would have got to scout the western side of Osaka over there, even though he would have had these mountains to actually block him from using the initial tiles. He's gonna have the 2-3 tiles, a pretty good harbor over here, not to mention a good campus to actually get to settle. With also his strategic resources not yet developed, he's definitely gonna need to get some builders to start improving those tiles, so he can give to China as much resources he can require. Especially the horses and the iron tiles are gonna be quite something to get in the next part of the game. Hungary also starting off with his commercials, trying to place them in positions that he's gonna get the pull of the Danube. You do see that he's gonna get them quite quickly, and I do also notice he's gonna have in the capital a geothermal that he will get to couple together with probably a campus. I'm curious how he's actually gonna get to spread these out. I would imagine it's gonna be the 2-1 being chopped over here for the commercial, or no, is this gonna be the commercial and then he's gonna try to get the campus over here and then the Governor Plaza over here? So usually the players do want to get the the Pearl of the Danube bonus on the Governor Plaza, on the district itself, and also on the specializing building as a choice. Not to mention they really want to get the commercial down. We do have him getting a moksha in 3 turns in the capital, with also another builder finishing next turn. This builder did just move, didn't have actually the possibility to get to chop anything. 4th pop also coming out next turn for that second district slot to open, and let's actually see, because he could get to chop both tiles. Actually, he could really get to chop both tiles over here. This builder does have the possibility. There we go. So this is the commercial, okay, 2 turning the commercial, chopping it out, immediately got it, and then going for a commercial hub investment so he can get his great merchant. He did not place down his Governor Plaza yet. I do see Hungary still going for state workforce. He's going to finish it in 3 turns. That's basically just good enough time to get the commercial projects out. We did also see Mongolia and both Mongolia and China are going for these general points. It does seem like China is a little bit ahead with a project, and Mongolia is going to need to get some. Camel training project finishing up next turn. While he did manage to get the builder, he will get the opportunity to chop probably the next project very quickly. 4th and 5th settler coming around from Shanadu Enquiry. We do have a few slingers, and I do see there is a Japanese warrior starting to get into the borders of the city of Choir here. On Germany, I do see Divine Spark, which definitely makes sense for those extra scientist points, not to mention the culture points. While we do have him getting motion in the capital for the extra faith and culture, he's also going to start expanding his city count here with the new settlers coming around. Didn't actually choose to finish his commercials, but he did pre-place them to lock the production in, and we're going to need to see how things develop around here. With the Banana City also settled on the right side, that's going to be growing in population very quickly, getting the monuments out for the extra culture. Roy is right now on 6 science and 7 culture with 25 points of production. Basil II also is going to finish finally his holy sites here. But look at the gold. Just look at the gold, guys. Look at the gold per turn. 1 gold a turn on Basil II, 2 gold a turn on Hugo. This is a problem. 13 on Suvorov, 9 on Rogi. On the other side, already we got outside just 1 player making more gold than the enemy team combined. Can you imagine? That is a bit of a problem, right? Oh, well, it is what it is. Actually, is it combined? So 13 plus plus 9 is going to be 22. Yeah, it is exactly. It's exactly, guys, exactly the same goal. Wow. Now we do have commercials also coming around from Suvorov. Gonna get his Magnus in the capital city in Rome, so he gets the chops. And from what I do see, he sent one of his slingers towards the one-tile choke, so maybe he catches Hungary here with his pants down. Now we do have also Hungary getting another project. Ooh, he's gonna get two of these commercial hub projects, one in Buda, one in Szeged. And I do notice Hungary is using his builders right now to chop as many tiles as possible and as quickly as possible. I gotta say this is a bit surprising because usually the players do want to wait quite a bit until they get their chops going. So the chops are gonna have more value later on in the game from each charge. Well, I guess we're gonna need to see what is he gonna use him, and of course how quickly he can actually start to get those cities out, the extra cities out. Looks like China spent his first general Burica on the military engineer. He activated it and he's gonna start actually making the pathways. I don't see him actually benefiting right now from a trader. 2 turns for encampment training project coming out from the capital city with shrines in Longxi, and of course Mongolia did place down his second encampment here while he's developing his state workforce. Next turn he's gonna need to buy out this tile and push back this warrior from his borders. Fourth city moving northeast. And yeah, there we go. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the government plaza. This needs to be the government plaza placement, no? Now the question is, because it's gonna be from the capital. He doesn't have the fourth pop in the capital. He doesn't have the fourth pop in the capital. It's 5 turns actually from developing. Okay, China soon gonna get his religion. Great prophet. This is gonna be 2 turns out from the next era. I'm pretty sure in the era score we're gonna have everybody managing to get their golden ages. That shouldn't be a problem. And China did improve both of his strategic resources. Japan, fourth city, moving east. Oh no, he still did not find this one. Oh no, Japan, he still did not find this freshwater city. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. How a little bit of information can totally change the outcome. These markets are coming around also from Rome to get those extra slots for the traders, and he's gonna get to build those. While at the moment he did manage to jump up significantly in his gold part, and he's on 26. That would definitely help them to actually, fund their needs over here for the unit upgrades, not to mention the upkeep. As you can see already, both Hugo and Basil II did go for the -1. Wow, they went negative in the gold part so quickly. They were so young. It is what it is. Persia also following up his opening with the campuses with his commercials, starting to place them around his cities. This is a bit surprising. Where is Mashhad's 4th district? The 2nd district, I mean. Did he not get it? I don't think he got it, no? There's no... Oh my god. And he popped out a settler, unfortunately, and that means he's not gonna get the population count for the 2nd district. It looks like he's also going southeast to settle on the stone tile there. Okay, well, I guess that is close enough to the capital. We do have also China. So, if Fatherland did get picked up by Hungary, China and Basil did get their religions going. Not yet. He didn't. Oh, okay, now he's choosing. He did activate Zoroaster, but he didn't choose it yet. And I do see Confucius did also get picked up by Byzantium, another one of the great prophets, to actually get his religion inside of his city centers here. Archers coming around from Shanadu to push back the Japanese warrior. Looks like that warrior might actually get the opportunity to pillage the horse tile of Mongolia, slowing him down from actually getting this going. While I do see Mongolia did not pick up a general. He's on 1.10. Hannibal Barca is going to be the next one, while also China is trying to get another one of these projects out. He will get another general soon. We also do need to see the religions. Catholicism on China with work ethic and sacred places. Okay, shrines and temples will provide him with a production equal to their intrinsic faith output. Sacred places would have given him some gold, science, and culture and faith if he would have had at least a wonder, but he doesn't have a single wonder. No, you see the prerequisite over here. It's each city following this religion that has a wonder. Oof. Seems like Rome will freeze him. Yeah, it kind of looks like Rome is freeze him. Yeah, I would say we got Rome on one side, free sim, and on the other side we do have Germany. Let's see who's the better, no? And in the middle over here, there's going to be quite a bit of fighting. I gotta say, Kublai Mongolia actually getting in between both China and Japan. This is going to be a significant problem. When the K6 come out, whew, Mongolia might actually have the opportunity to go against both of these nations and take them down. We'll see. Not if Hungary gets ideas. Well. General's coming around, and what do... Oh, you mean Hungary might actually get to move some units towards Rome through that one-tile choke? He might. He might not. I guess it all depends on what's going to happen over here with Rome. And how is he going to try to actually have the vision on the right side? How is Hungary actually going to feel if China, for example, is actually too much of a problem for Mongolia? It might be. Maybe Mongolia doesn't get to do his war attacks, his war moves proper. And also see Mongolia is gonna go for the foreign settle over here to the north of Karakorum with one of his settlers escorted by the warrior in the front, while the unit over here just disappeared. I'm very surprised. How did it disappear? I mean, you saw what I saw, right? There was a unit here, full strength or like half strength. Nothing attacked into it. There still is a damaged scout. I'm pretty sure the slinger didn't throw the rocks that far away, and there was no archer to actually fend this off. The unit just disappeared. Kick double. Did he go negative? Can you imagine if he actually went... Oh my god. He might have actually went negative and lost it. He's, he might have actually went negative and lost the unit. But don't you need like -10 when your units start to get deleted? I guess it is what it is. He went negative. It is what it is. Yeah, Gavron Plaza here placed by Shenandoah. We are 10:31, so the players are going to start choosing their bonuses for the Golden Age. I do see Solo 1 is going to go for a Pembrasian Voice Golden Age on Nader Shah. We do have also religious settlements chosen by him so he can get that extra bonus production towards his units. And while I do also notice we do have... I would say Governor Moksha established in Mashhad for that extra faith. I do see the stone tile to the southeast of Mashhad is going to get to settle, and Berja is going to send another city towards the south here of Pasagarde to try to squeeze in more cities, while he's also going to have Mongolia settling over here. With also a lot more science coming up for the units of Mongolia. No, I should say the cities of Mongolia. We're going to get to him soon. Solo 1 is on 27 points of production, 15 points of gold, not that big. 16 science, 16 culture, while of course Pembrasian Voice still needs to actually get a lot more districts to get higher. I still don't see a Gavron Plaza or a commercial actually for that matter being placed from Mashhad. He just got that campus and that's about it. Matthias Corvinus, 9 science, 23 culture. We do have him with 4th, 5th, 6th settler coming around. 2 scouts from Rome are also getting around the mountains from the north to get into the borders of Hungary, where there is a slinger that could be upgraded into archer unit so he can actually fend this off. He's going to want to start improving more of his strategic resources. Got his Gavron Plaza down and also his commercial. That's a +5, and this is from Sejet another +3, while we do have Iger also getting a +3. In the production queues, or I should say in the production capabilities, he's on 42 points of production, definitely much better than his ally over there, Solo 1, while we do have him on 27 points of gold. I would have to say Persia definitely needs to get more of these trade routes going. We do already see Hungary using 2 of his trade routes, definitely helps him out getting that production going. And just Dima, 20 science and 24 culture, definitely making the most science in the game right now, with also kind of not the second most culture actually, because the first one is Roy, finishing another encampment, getting his Pingala in the city of Choir, and started off on his Ordus. He did get his general, and from what I do notice, Jasdima is actually not gonna go for that 404 city next to the Chinese Great General. He's gonna put it over here next to the banana on the western side. He does have 3 banana tiles, only one of them with the second production point, while China doesn't have units. I gotta say, If Mongolia would have chopped a few horses, like 3 or 4 horses, China might have lost a city here. Yeah, might have actually slowed down Mongolia a bit too much from getting his Keshex in time, and he definitely wants to get the Keshex in good enough time to go and punch Japan here on the western side, as well as China to the north. With also just Dima on 46 production points. When he's gonna settle the 4th and the 5th settler, he's gonna have some more. Already has his 4th down, 5th one is coming up soon, and Archer's moving up towards the borders of China so he can start shooting them down. The scout killed it. Wow, that is impressive. That is impressive if the scout killed the warrior. Yeah, gotta say, impressive scout, man. That's one hell of a cat over there. Must be Athena. Yeah, we do have Freddy Barbarossa also with his 4th cities, Odin Chamber next in 4 turns. I do see he's gonna get Magnus in the city of Trier and has a lot of jobs to actually get going. Place his government plot in such a way to get those campuses bigger, while I do notice he's getting his setup going on the western side and on the east a little bit. Okay, so Hansa here. This is gonna be a big Hansa actually with the iron and the horses next to it, while from what I do see, he's not gonna get actually to place down that many aqueducts between Aachen and Magdeburg. Could definitely get the Hansas in between, and maybe even put down one of those dams on the south of this river so it doesn't get to flood that much. Of course, exposing himself to the spy mission, but you know, sacrifices. He's also on 21 gold at 10 with 48 points of production. He went for Pembrokeshire Voice a golden age, and just as well as everybody actually did on the Memas side. On the side of Basil II, we do have him with a big one, but 1 gold per turn, and I do see 45 faith per turn is going to give him the opportunity to use his Monumentality Golden Age to buy out his builders. He did manage to also get an encampment down, got his general. Governor Plaza did get placed from a 2nd city here from Thessalonica, and Magnus is establishing the capital in 3 turns. Getting more settlers out. The 4th one is getting out from Constantinople, working on getting Warlord's throne, so he has less maintenance for each of those units, not to mention more production. We definitely need to see how Persia is going to try to actually fend this off, because right now Basil with general, with possible crusade on him, this is a problem. Crusade is activated on the Byzantine religion here, with the shrines and temples also provide him the culture equal to the intrinsic faith output, while we do have the +5 on his side. Some annoying levies. There are no annoying levies actually. There could be Fez. There could be Fez actually. Yeah, it could be Fez actually from the north of China, but there aren't that many units right now for him to use. There are only 2 warriors and 3 archers. The warriors, well, will need to come back, improve, and so on and so forth. We do have forces starting to come around from Chinese cities, and this is going to be a bit dangerous for Mongolia. He needs to get some of his own out, still building up his Ordos, and yeah, there we go. Finally, he's getting Shanado to get a horse, upgraded the sword, so he has how to say, a classical unit out, and starting to actually get these units right in the front of the Chinese archers. Okay, well, Tokugawa here, Pembrokeshire Voice Golden Age, 14 science, 23 culture, also 58 points of production, 5 cities strong, west side of Mongolia. He's getting his harbors with his lighthouses. Finally did get to settle Takamatsu and getting that harbor going. It looks like he did choose to actually place his city on the 2-3 base tile, and while he's gonna also have a adjacency for that banana, we do have him with a pretty good harbor. With also Moshe establishing in Osaka, went for Magnus in the capital, has a few chops to go for. He's gonna start chopping with his builders. And we're gonna need to see if he's gonna wanna do anything about Mongolia's presence on the right side. With also 60 points of production at the moment, he's actually the most productive in the game. Just 1 single trade route, still has quite a few of these lighthouses to get out. And in the Great People screen, I do see Koleos is gonna be one of the next merchants, while we did have the first one, if Alan picked up earlier by Hungary to get that extra trader. Well, we'll see what develops here. Okay, first horses coming around. Archers gonna get to start shooting soon gonna get to start shooting. Shouldn't they see actually yeah, they should see the archer. And this one doesn't get the opportunity to do it though. So he could last shot these. Wait a second, are these visible from the other side? They're not. Uh-oh, man, he's just gonna get shot from invisible arrows, guys. Yeah, that's a problem. Oh well. Well, at least the computer is telling me that he shoot there. What do you think, guys? Can he shoot there or not? Because the computer is telling me that is a viable attack. You see, the computer is telling me, yeah, definitely you can attack this and you can attack this and you can move this, but this is gonna be in zone of control, next to opponent units. Uh-oh, horse just came out in front of these archers. Good evening, Lancer. Hello, Descent, and welcome. Are Japan and Rome getting a religion already? I didn't see one. No. We do have actually Rome going for his entertainment complex. Suvorov is 14 science, 31 culture, 41 gold a turn. Looking good right now with 3 turns for audience chamber. Did build the Temple of Artemis for those extra amenities and wants to get Colosseum for, guess what? More amenities. He wants to keep his people happy. We do have him with quite a few markets also coming around. And I do want to take a look at what's happening here. Okay, that's a bit surprising. Yeah, these archers cannot attack into the horse because it's in a forest, flat forest, and there's a hill in front of them. We do have Mongolia also getting more horses out from his cities. Another one from Xanadu next turn. Quire is all gonna get a second one in 2 turns. And he does have a swordsman on the front line, of course, benefiting from the general bonus. At the moment, doesn't seem like anything's actually moving here. And wait a second, is this happening? China is actually getting his military engineer to build the pathways towards the front line. Okay. Hugo is 17 science with 13 culture, 40 faith turn for his monumentality, while his 46 production points, getting more horses out, and did expand with another 2 cities, one on the coast towards Byzantium, so he can get those trade routes going. And I do see one towards the north where he does have some of these geothermals to actually get his... Is this a good city? This doesn't look like it's a good city. Like, unless he actually goes on the Clara River, right on the north side of it, to actually grab some of these amber tiles and so on, this is going to be quite expensive for him to actually get. This he needs to buy out the tiles, and it's not like he actually has a lot of gold, right? He's on like -5 gold a turn, guys. And the more he actually gets his horses, the worse it will get. And now I do see he did manage to get another religion, and that's going to be Defender of the Faith for the extra +3 combat strength. Yeah, he did also manage to get Stonehenge here built from the city of Xi'an. That's how he did get the 3rd belief going. Rolled one of those apostles to upgrade it. And from what I do see, we do have Mongolia getting attacked here by China. We do need to see Mongolia getting the horses right in front. And by the looks of it, he's going to have the opportunity to actually attack into that Chinese horse and take it down. That might be actually be the first unit that's going to be taken out from the game. Is he going to do it? No. It didn't click quickly. Well, good thing is Hugo's horse does not have a promotion, so at least he did put some pressure on over there. We still have the military engineers building up those pathways, and I gotta say Hugo did go for that monumentality, so he has the opportunity to buy out a significant amount of builders. But there is also a finite amount of tiles that you can actually chop, so you can get your production going. So yeah, that might be a problem in the long term. Yes, at the beginning he does have the advantage of getting the units out very quickly, especially with the chops. That might not happen in the long term. And we got a levy. We got Hungary with a levy. He levied Fez. Only has 2 warriors that he's going to bring back into the city center so he can upgrade them. And we'll see how things evolve here. Looks like also Hungary is starting to expand towards the northeast. Did not get the second city on the delicate arch over there, but I'm pretty sure he will at some point. Did manage to also put a city over the mountains towards Rome here, so he might be thinking about some shenanigans against Suvorov later on in the game. With Roy also managing to get his commercials finished, he's getting his markets out, his Tenter's apprenticeship, also feudalism in 6, getting also Pingala in 4 turns from Magdeburg. What I gotta say, he didn't really improve that many mines here. He's gonna need from someone to give him that boost. We do have also campus, a +3 campus in between the mountains here, between Magdeburg and Frankfurt. Stop it! That's unshootable! Man, the game, man. The game. The game is the game. What can I say? The game? Game. You're talking about the cattle, right? The archers couldn't shoot onto the cattle because of the forest in front of it. For some reason, the game said it's possible. Is what it is, man. Is this game to decide the first? Yes, sir. Exactly. This is the last final game between these two teams to decide who's gonna be first seed and second seed. They're already tied in this best of 3 series, and we're going to need to see how things evolve here. Wolostron coming up in 4th from Mongolia, still has chops in the capital with Adir in the south, has quite a few tiles to improve, and from what I do notice, Al Malik is also going to be full of chops on the right side with Pingala in his second city. He's on 29 science and 30 culture, -6 gold though. He didn't manage to get a single commercial out, did start to improve some of his plantations, and this will help him actually slow down the leaking of the gold from his side. I'd also notice China is starting to spread his religion, not that it matters that much, because you know, it's not like he actually has crusade. I think also Byzantium here will need to make a choice, and I think his choice is going to be to take out Fez before Hungary is going to do too much damage to the Chinese units. Is this going to be one of those, hey, I'm faster than you, and the settler is going to cross the river and is going to try to make a run for it to settle? Is this what's happening? Because the archer still has movement, just saying, you know. They're playing chicken right now. Yugo's settler is playing chicken with the Hungarian unit. Yugo is potato PC, not going to happen? Okay, so he's not going to be that comfortable of actually taking the casino style choice over here. Yeah, that makes sense, Also 3 turns for that Wolostron to finish from China series on the government plaza. Looks like Hungary. That looks like a taken over settler. If he does have a potato PC and he cannot get the shift enter in before outside actually gets to click on his settler, that's a dead settler. That's a settler being taken. Now I gotta ask how and why did the settler not get back? No? Why didn't he shift enter him back? Yeah, well, that's the only question I need to ask. Well, I guess this is one of those moments when he's gonna need to start sending units towards the north, not only to defend himself from Hungary, but also to get back his city center. Hungary does have an opportunity to actually get his city very nicely on the right style over there, getting quite in front of China from the northwest. We do have also Mongolia getting a lot more horses out. I would imagine he's not going to want to start pushing into his opponent's cities before he actually gets his K-shakes out. And he is at the moment actually going for his apprenticeship in 3 and of course feudalism in 4. Soon going to have feudalism builders. Has still quite a few chops to go for. Did manage to build 2 of his encampments. I don't see him going for the 3rd one yet. He does want to get a few commercials to pad those numbers of gold points, not to mention finish his Warlord's Throne. So he adds more production capability towards building units. Also those grade node beta days, yeah, KW, man, yeah. I think actually, wait a second, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna get through, right, in the weekend. Let's see. As in, I saw the vote went like sky high with like 700 or something votes. Let me see. So this was the vote. And right now it's like 720. Wait. Deletable settlers by default? Ugh. That's also kind of like, ugh. It's the same thing, right? It's this like literally it's the same thing. It's like you're not punishing properly, right? People and it's the same answers for that option as well as the second one. So like there's no good option over here. I think it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Pampering to the players, or I should say pampering to the ones that do not want to understand. When they do make a mistake, they are getting punished. Oh well, it is what it is. It's gonna be funny. I mean, what can I do? Weaker player base will get weaker results. It is what it is. Unfortunately, that also translates in real life when you do have when you do weaken all of these options. The players also will not have the ability to develop their predictive skills for the real life. It's very unfortunate. This was a very good game that was actually helping you do that, and for some reason, because of the crybabies, this happens. They made an announcement just now where beta builds. There won't be any more beta patches. Disable settler stealing. It's an in-game option. Okay, it's gonna be the old mechanic is the default. Beta mechanic enable. So old mechanic is the default. That means it can be stolen, right? We initially wanted to avoid doing the same stealing change as an option either, but the vote and the drama, so they made the fairer solution. So it's just a setting. It's basically just a setting. No, that's what I understand. It's gonna be a setting. Yes, the ship that good. I said that. They are catering to, as in, if they start putting these options, like Civ7, for example, did, we know where that will lead. Also, MMC, hello there, sir, and welcome. The ship that could. Good evening, sir. Yeah. We do have Choir here getting some builders coming around, and I do see also Xanadu soon gonna have that feudalism bonus, so he can get those extra +2 points on each of these builders. We all need to see how fast he can chop. Okay, Byzantium did get to settle another city northeast. He's about to actually get to interact with the city FS units. Hungary did manage to levy those, and I do have to point out that Byzantium did not yet convert that city center. The Hungarian settler is getting out of there. It looks like the archer is gonna have the movement, and of course will allow the settler to actually just get over that 2-2 base on the hill, so he can get it on the right style. He has units coming in to fend this off, and I would imagine he will. We do have also China deploying some of his units towards the north to maybe have a chance of getting it back. Also, French, I like it as a setting. It's useful for newbie teamers, in my opinion. No, French, no, hell no. Come on. So the weaker you train, the weaker you'll be when you actually get with the big boys. And when you get to the big boys, you're gonna make Pikachu face and you're gonna slap yourself because you did not actually do the proper trainings. There is no good training on this one. And there are a lot, oh my god, so many examples from real life in not only sports but also in I would say other types of gaming, especially like esports and so on and so forth, where you need to train in the hardest environment possible to actually have the same realistic one. And there also is another, I would say, quote unquote, not quote unquote, how do you call it? It's a principle. It's a principle. It's gonna be much better. Wait, there's a movie that actually explains this the best. Have you seen Coach? Wait a second. What was it? Coach Carter? Yeah, Coach Carter. Have you ever seen Coach Carter, like this movie? Have you ever seen this? You really need to take a look at this. It's the harder you train, the better you are. The less you train, the weaker you'll be. It's just, it is what it is. Like the more you lessen the challenges, the weaker the result will be in the games. The more you increase the challenges, the better you will be when you actually fight especially when you fight with players that did not actually go through those challenges. Just take a look at the movie, man. Definitely recommend it from all of my heart. Yeah, go with that movie indeed. Amazing. It's about a basketball team from high school, I believe. That was extremely indisciplined, and it was also on the last place. And basically, he showed, well, it's a movie, but it shows the principles of what am I talking about. Anyway, let's see what's going on with Basil. Basil didn't send a single unit to the south, just has this warrior scouting in. He's still sending horses towards the city of Fez. Well, I do have to say Fez did not actually follow up these units with anything else. And then from what I do see, Hungary is going to manage to safely get that settled out on the right style. We do have Fez still being defended by 2 horses. And I would imagine Byzantium over here is going to try to take out the city center quickly. But he's also going to get damaged quite a bit by the swordsman. Now, these Hungarian levied units do have an an extra +3 from the combat threat, which is gonna give them a little bit of extra help. Not to mention they do have extra movement, but in a defensive position doesn't really help. The city of Fez is under siege. There are 3 possible attacks that could be done over here, and I do see a settler. Antioch did just get put down by Byzantium here on the right side of Fez. This is also gonna give Hungary quite a bit of target to go against. And I also noticed China for some reason sent one of his horses towards the city of Buda. Maybe he got some, maybe he can get some chops there. Etemenaki has been building Longxi for a few more extra yields. Not that many though, like not that many. Anyway, yeah, we do have theater score also from Xi'an, and I do have to point out at the moment we have 29 science and 32 culture on King Mandate of Heaven, while Justima is barely with a few points over him with 31 and 35. We do have also Magnus coming up in 2 turns from Karakorum, 3 turns for Victor to get in also in the city of Longxi, while we're also gonna need to see how quickly Mongolia can get to his stirrups. He's on 6 turns away from getting stirrups with mercenaries coming out in 3. We also see a settler, Foro settler towards Japan. Now, this is extremely surprising, going towards Japan without actually having an escort. He could have actually tried to put a city to the southwest of Shanadu over here to actually benefit from all of those horses, even on the coast over here in the East China Sea, so it can be defended. Opening up another front line, I don't think he might will do him well. I don't think he right now has enough units to actually take on China. We're going to need to see a little bit later. We do have Persia already closing up his northern chokes with enough units, also put some on the northwest so he can fend off any kind of Chinese incursion, and a lot of builders are coming around with the feudalism bonuses. Germany still did not start to finish his Hanzas. He has one in Bremen already coming around, that's a +6, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna chop that rainforest tile. I would imagine he does need to get bronze working, and yeah, there we go. While he's also going for his Holy Site prayer project, he's gonna take away a religion from the game, which of course will take out a possible +2 from Byzantium's bonuses. It looks like the city of Fez is not under siege anymore. We do have China getting his second horse in, and I'm very surprised Hungary did not settle that city yet. Wow, settle the city, my man. Oh man. Anyway, there isn't that much production over here, but he definitely has a lot of food, and at least he would have had a 2-2 tile to actually use. There is also a Hungarian trader going towards the city of Fez to connect a possible reinforcement line. We're going to need to see if Hungary is going to manage to get some units out. We do have him also with a Holy Site coming up from Sejet in 4 turns. Well, taking a look at the era score, because we're starting to tick down the clock. Do we need to? Not right now, not right now, a little bit later. Magnus establishing Karakorum, stirrups in 4 turns. The feudalism builders are getting into position to start chopping out units, and we will probably see the Keshek starting to invade China in just 5 turns. Another campus from Karakorum 5, another encampment also from Shanadu since he hit his 7th pop, and I do see Japan on the western side not only is getting some boats out for those era score points and try to expand his vision over here in the ocean, but he's also getting some pre-builds for his samurais. I do see Shizuoka is gonna get a warrior out next turn, and we'll get the opportunity to upgrade one of those units. Sending another city over here south of Shizuoka on the coast, not really the best city that he could place. I'm quite surprised we didn't see him place a city over here somewhere. Definitely a lot more chops and a lot more hills overall. Oh well, it is what it is. Now I would imagine also the city of Fez. Oh my god, the Byzantine units, man. The Byzantine units are going out everywhere. 45 strength. Oh, he got a heavy chariot and that blocked everything. One heavy chariot blocked everything. Also +7 from the outside influence because of those envoys in. It doesn't seem like at the moment Fez can be taken over by either Byzantium or China or them together. You don't train in new teamers, you learn the game. Training is when you have a real team. What I mean? No, there's always training. Training is from the beginning. What do I mean? Oh, I've seen this so many times, man. I've seen this so many times. Like in so many games, actually. But, oh well. There's not much more that I can do than to just explain what is going on wrong and how the approach is wrong. If you don't want to listen to it. I don't know what to say, man. Nobody's forcing anyone to do. You wanna be better? There's only one way. Uh, well, I guess there are a few ways, but one takes a lot longer than the other one. Like the one you're pointing out takes a lot longer, and unfortunately, all of the other ones that are gonna do what I said are gonna be faster. So when you actually think you're gonna know the game, all of the other ones will already know it for a long time, basically. Broccoli, hello there, sir. The U-boats, yeah, they can actually reach Japan. He didn't settle coastal though. He's 2 tiles off the coast with the first cities, but yeah, of course he can get harbors out to actually get some submarines if he wants to, even from the capital. Yeah, yeah. China build roads everywhere. Well, might as well Burika everything, right? Burika everything. Okay, looks like we do have the trader here of Hungary trying to be saved. We do have Hungary managing to get quite a few more horses, and I think he did take out one of the Chinese horses with this initial attack. We're going to need to see if the trader is actually going to go underneath that. Oh, it will! It will! Oh. Okay, let's see the first moves, because we did have Idoki telling us that Yugo does have kind of a potato PC, so it's going to be kind of slow. Oh, let me move this here. Yeah, trader got pillaged, man. Trader got pillaged, but the units also died over there, and we do have Hungary managing to save Fez for the moment, while Byzantium is trying to get a few more units in. Also, Fez is managing to get some more archers out, definitely padding those numbers of defense. With also 4 turns away from Justima to get his stirrups, we will see civil service open up. Victor establishing Urumqi, getting to chop another encampment. Will need to get his Ordu in as quickly as possible, so he has the ability to add more points of movement over there on his units. Not to mention, oh my god, what is this settle, man? Koke Kota settled. 2 horses are gonna defend it. A scout, I think the cat scout is probably the most important unit here, no? Pyramids coming out from Hamatana also. 410. Actually, no, not from Hamatana, from Pasagade. He's gonna get it in 410s for a free builder. I do see Zanheng is the scientist open up. That means Hypatia did get picked up by somebody. And that's also Hypatia on Persia for the free library, and of course the +1 science on each of his libraries. I don't see the second good merchant. Oh, there we go. Zankian is gonna be quickly figured out. Germany does have 9.2 points a turn, and it looks like next turn he's gonna have the opportunity to get to Faith by it. Hansa's also coming around. So much more production coming out from Germany here. We do have him already with 108, but I do have to say he's a little bit lower than both Japan and also China. China is on 101 points of production, with Roji coming up with 121. We do have similar stats on both Tokugawa and Frederick at the moment, with 43 on one side, 41 on the other, 65 and 68. Good decent amount of gold on both teams, even though Yugo is barely making any gold, and we do have Basil II also already going negative. We're gonna need to see how things evolve here. Well, Basil II's units coming out from hippodromes are not gonna require that much, and we do need to see if he's gonna manage to win the day over here against the city of Fez to, well, I guess save out China from actually being overwhelmed here. Okay, let's see. There will be another one of these horses being taken out, and I do see one of the swordsmen of Hungary did also die over there, the one that got levied from the city of Fez. Okay, there's no movement there in this. Oh, okay, we got the attack going. Yeah. Still didn't get a promotion. We'll get to pillage the campus. I'm actually quite surprised he's not pillaging the campus. Huh. Anyway, Great Bath coming out from Taiwan. We do have the wall of units from Mongolia. Still no K-Shakes yet. Still no K-Shakes. Still 3 turns out from happening. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna want to get knights out. And I do see a few heavy chariots are starting to come around his cities, so he can upgrade them into knights. We do still have chops for him to go for. And the Mongolian builders now with feudalism are just padding those tiles everywhere. Click, click, clack. Holy site in Aachen denying taxes. Yes, yes, sir. I saw. And in Hungary also, yeah, in Hungary's territory. So he went for Zemetation Holy Order here, and Hungary is getting his Holy Cypriot project in Szeged. Well, to be honest, at least Byzantium is gonna have another +2 from China, but that's about it. He's gonna have +4. If he does manage, of course, to actually push through Hungary's defenses and so on, he might actually get another one, but yeah, not that quick. I do also want to point out we do have Colosseum finished in the cities of Rome for those extra amenities. He's getting a lot of wonders. Apadana coming out next turn, and also pyramids in 2. That means, Persia's gonna get it anyway. It's fine. What's going on? It's 5-minute pause. Is this 5-minute pause? I think it's 5-minute pause, right? XX00. Okay, we got 5 minutes, and we're gonna come back. Bam bam. Fortuna Belli. Good day, sir, and welcome. Good morning, I should. Oh, wait. Good evening. I actually get to say good evening. Whoa. Starting to. Oh. I should turn on the heat a little bit. WTF. Oh, found it. It's strange to see the blue sky behind me. Yeah. It's kind of filled with clouds though. Oh, never mind. It's actually starting to hit. It's fine. It's just a matter of time. It's just 3 a.m. Oh my god, man. Good morning. What is China religion? Sorry, tech. What is China taking? Construction, divine right? Okay, so he's not that far away from castles and getting the upgrades on his horses. We're probably gonna see him wanting to get his unique units, his crouching tigers, and we're gonna need to see if he can actually defend this. We do have Byzantium pushing through slowly but surely into the city of Fez. That city kind of looks like it's gonna take quite a few hits over here. Byzantium, well, at the moment is not really getting countered by Hungarian army. And there we go. We do have the unpause. We're gonna need to also take a look at Germany here. After he did manage to finish his Hanzas, he's starting to pad those numbers of production. Already got onto the first place of production in the game with 122 points of production. More settlers coming around. Already he's gonna get to chop that one in Bremen. While I do notice he's gonna try to also get one from Frankfurt. There is a builder there that is also gonna try to get some chops going. Pyramids is gonna finish on the side of Persia. Even if Rome was also getting it, that's not gonna happen. And it's just gonna disappear and it's gonna become a circle of shame. He even had a chop for it. It was too late to get the builder chop. Getting also more theater squares while Rome outside manually disconnecting. Wait, went outside. He went outside to play and he's coming back. Okay. Rome didn't do the Wonder Religion. Is it Civ6? We did have actually China doing the Wonder Religion. Yeah, it is what it is. Hot join to fix the broken hotkeys. Okay. Well, hopefully we're not gonna have some desyncs over here. Unfortunately, it does happen to have desync. We do have quite a few desyncs all over the place when this happens. Hopefully this is gonna be different. Okay, Team Plus. Stirrups coming up in 2 turns from Mongolia. We do have him getting a few more archers. I was actually expecting him to get a few more builders here instead of archers, so he can keep on chopping those K-shakes. Not that cheap to actually get the K-shakes out, but definitely the chops are gonna help. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the city of Karakorum. We do have Shanado still with 1, 2, 3, but he's gonna need to spend a lot of gold on it. Actually 4 over here. Quire is gonna have another chop, and then Urumqi won't have chops unless he actually takes out the rainforest on the bananas, which usually is not gonna happen. He's not gonna get that many chops. Yeah, sure, he does have these 1 to 4 tiles on the flat tile, on the flat tiles that he might actually get to work. Oruda did get also placed to the south of Hungary, getting quite close to Japan side here, putting a bit more pressure from that front, while you do see Japan is starting to ramp up his military production and of course the units on the right side of his empire, so he can fend off any kind of Mongolian attack. We do have a Mongolian heavy chariot, we do have a few more horses coming in, while we're still waiting for the stirrups technology to be discovered. And Japan is getting a few more galleys out. I was expecting him to go and take out Anshan. We do have also Rome managing to get a few galleys out to bridge the fog of war between them. This will allow them to actually send trade routes, and of course will allow Rome to get a lot more gold from sending the trade routes directly to the Tokugawa city centers. Not that much yields for Japan to actually use on this one. Usually he does like to, well, usually 100% of the time, or okay, let's say 99% of the time he does like his internals more than he likes everything else. We do have Nader Shah, 57 science, 78 culture, while Basil II is barely on 18 science points. This is gonna cause a problem. This is definitely going to cause a problem in the long term. Nader Shah here, good defensive capabilities, good technology to get higher strength units, and it does seem like he's going to get a lot faster to those technologies than, of course, Basil II, which is going to give him the advantage of actually defending even against the Byzantium with the Crusade ability. Yeah, we do have also the city of Gordian getting some vision over here onto the choke point towards Germany, so I'm pretty sure those Byzantine units cannot actually sneak by these tiles. We do have also Germany managing to get Zankian for another one of those trade routes, while I do see he's getting a new wave of settlers here into the south. He did manage to chop another one, so got one, chopped another one, and I do believe Frankfurt was also trying to get some of these. Oh, sorry, Atina. Oops. I was trying to actually extend my legs onto... Yes, I know. Okay, there we go. I needed to move the stool around so I can actually get, you know, a little bit of space for my feet to actually stay up. Anyway, what do we have here? Japan? Did he start upgrading? Just getting swordsman. This is gonna be very dangerous, by the way, for Mongolia. Samurais are not a unit that you just wanna disrespect. And we do have Japan without an encampment, so he doesn't have a general yet, unfortunately. While Mongolia does have one general, it is deployed towards the north side. I do wanna double check his number of points. Yeah, he's gonna get another general Timur next turn, and by the looks of it, of course, he's gonna get the medieval units anyway, so that's gonna be fine. I do see Imhotep is about to be picked up in just a few turns by Germany, because he's on 9.2 of these great engineer points per turn. He does have some scientist points also, 7 points, 6.9 magical number. Hildegard of Bingen is going to be the next one, and yeah, he does have a holy site, so why not? Now we're going to need to see if they're going to start making projects. Probably in the next 5 to 10 turns we're going to see Newton, of course, being available for them to be picked up in the scientist screen, and Ibn Khaldun might also make his appearance felt. If Adlan, already the merchant, did get picked up. We do also notice a few heavy chariots coming around from the cities of Mongolia for the possible knights, while Jasdima is going to get his stirrups next turn. That means these heavy chariots are going to turn directly into knights if they're not going to get to pop out immediately. We're also going to need to see what's happening with the city of Fez. Yeah, there we go. Byzantium is definitely going to take that city away. He does have the Crusade belief activated on that city center, and that's it. An extra +5, boom, boom. The extra +5 from the general. This is dangerous. Hungary here did not put down a general encampment, which is going to be a major issue. We might actually see Byzantium keep on going towards the Hungarian borders, since there is not that much of a difference between Matthias Corvinus's technology and the Byzantium. This is problematic to say the least, especially since the units of Byzantium have that extra possible +10 on them from the Crusade belief and also from the general. This is massively problematic for him. But I do have to say China doesn't have enough units in the south. Like these, 100% are not enough units. There are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 horses and a single archer. Like usually if you would want to actually fend this off, you would have like, you know, a lot more units on the front line, stronger units like swordsman or pikeman at this point, so he can fend off the calves of your opponent. And you're also going to have right behind them crouching tigers. The crouching tigers helping you to dwindle the number, counter attack over there without taking damage on return. Yeah, so there we go. Knights are starting to come around from Shanadu. Might actually get to chop the first one. There is a heavy chariot that could be upgraded also in the city of Kokekota. No more movement though. And from what I do see, Japan is not getting yet the upgrade for his units. Kick. Ooh, Terracotta army coming up in 10 from Karakorum. Did he manage to get Divine right? Where is he? 3 turns divine right. Okay. And this is without the boost. He did manage to recruit Timur, and it seems like he might actually want to send him to Kokekota here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Trunk Track is going to give bonuses to both classical and the medieval units, so it shouldn't be a problem for the corsairs, crossbows, knights, and for the Kesheks to actually come around and get that bonus from Trunk Track. While, yes, having another general is not going to give, especially this general, is not going to give bonuses to the horses. When the knights come out, he's going to get that bonus there. Industrial zone logistic projects coming out from Germany, definitely looking to get that wonder engineer. We do have also the players managing to get enough era score for the next golden age. 4 turns to go, while Solo did manage to secure it. Outside still needs 5 more points, and this is a major problem for him because who is 1 turn away from divine right, 2 turns away from machinery. So I would imagine there's gonna be some boom boom happening here. Oh, never mind, there's no gold. There's no gold. We definitely need to see Hungary getting his coursers out. We definitely need to see Hungary putting down one of his encampments. I'm actually quite surprised that he did go for a theater square here from Egypt instead of putting down an encampment. Maybe he didn't foresee that Byzantium is actually going to grab cities as far to the west side as he did. And looking at the economy here, that's still going to slow down Basil II from attacking right now. He still needs to get a few hills up on these horses, and I'm pretty sure hippodromes are going to come out from a lot of his cities to get as many of these free tagmas as possible so he can put the pressure on his opponent. First Kesheks coming around next turn. Choir is gonna get to finish one. The knights did come out, and some of them are moving. I don't know exactly where, if they're going on the road towards the north. Yeah, that seems like to be the destination there. We also have him trying to build up the terracotta army. This actually adds a promotion point on each of his units that are at that point in time in his empire, and also the spies. Usually Kublai does like to use it on his spies. We're gonna need to see if this is gonna be his choice today. First Keshek came out, and China is still building barracks. He got himself a general also, El Cid. Okay, Nader Shah also getting his industrial zones up. Kind of weak placements. It is what it is. It's still a +4. He's getting another theater square next to the pyramids, while Hagmatana is going to try to get more settlers out. He has at least 2 more spots that he could go for. 1 southwest of Hagmatana, 1 southeast. Try to couple next to the Persian Gulf here. And we also have Germany sending a city to the western side, so I would imagine they will try to trade with each other here through the coast. They didn't go through the northern coast by the looks of it. Of course, that would have opened them up to possible attacks from Rome and or Japan that didn't want to take the risk. Still no upgrade. Japan is getting apprenticeship, divine right. Okay. And let's see. Do we have tagmas? No. Where tagmas, man? Where the tagmas, man? Oh, wait a second. He needs heavy chariots. Where heavy chariots? Where heavy chariots? No heavy chariot. So, horses it is. Yeah, horses it is. We do have Hungary trying to actually get as many units out as possible. He already got 6 of them. 1 of them is kind of low HP, and of course he's going to be one-shot here by almost one-shot by the units of Byzantium. Just got a bit of sliver of health over there and allows him to actually hold 2 shots. The Kesheks are also going to start getting onto the hills here, and they're going to start shooting down the Chinese units. We're going to need to wait and see if we're going to have some better technology here from Hugo. He's barely getting currency. Feudalism coming up in 2. Doesn't have coursers. Does have the Crouching Tiger upgrade. At least that. This thing coming. Plantation lost the production. Crusade. Yeah, Crusade. Yeah, he does have Crusade. Also, the plantation lost production. Oh, here. Yeah. Did he chop this? Actually, it doesn't matter. Never mind. Yeah. This thing. Baratumko, good evening, sir, and welcome. Okay. Ooh, Terracotta Army is trying to be built over here in China's territory. So instead of getting units, he's trying to get Terracotta Army. Okay. Let's see, is he gonna get chopped? Still 7 turns out. Usually you don't want to get the spy well before you get the Terracotta Army finished, which is a bit of a surprise. He didn't get it. Intelligence agency is being placed in Shanado. So there we go. He's trying to get it with that. Of course, chopping it as quickly as possible. Has another chop here. So he can get the spy quickly. But to be honest, it's dangerous. Very dangerous. China is on the way of getting it himself. And it's 1 turn faster. Black armies came out from Hungary, which will have the strength of withstanding these attacks from the Byzantine horses. Of course, we're going to need to see when that city is going to get converted to Crusade, what's going to happen. Kiosek did get placed in a much more safe environment here across the river on the river bend with the hills in front. And I do see Byzantium still did not bring units that he could upgrade into his uniques. We do have some hippodromes coming around finally, getting 1 turn here in the city, in the capital city, while he's gonna need to put the other ones. I'm pretty sure those are gonna be the tag ones that he's gonna get to use. Era score, because we're 2 turns out, looks like just Dima secured his golden age, outside also secured his golden age. He did get the black army, which is a unique unit, easy plus 4 points. Frederick 48 does mean he did secure also his golden age and getting to, oh my god, he's developing his cities quite quickly here. Did also get Imhotep to help him out build one of his wonders. We're going to need to see what is he gonna choose. While well, Euclid is there, still did not get Hildegard of Bingen. While Marco Polo is gonna be also the next merchant, I would imagine Persia is gonna start to get some projects out for that one. Traders, industrial zones coming around first, and I do see he's building up his citadel square count, not anything else at the moment. Okay, Byzantium is also 1 point off, but I think he's gonna get a Tagma next turn, right, with the Hippodrome. That's also, with the Hippodrome, is gonna give him the plus 4 points, so shouldn't be a problem. Rogi 58-53, we do have Pembrasian Voice Golden Age. Suvorov also gonna get his Pembrasian Voice Golden Age, and I do see King Mandate of Heaven, 64 out of 57 did manage to secure it. Okay, GMC, what? GMC on Hungary? With 17 faith a turn? No, this must not be real. This must not be real. I really hope he's not going GMC. This must have been a misclick or something, right? Or we're dissing. This must not be real. Adam the Engineer, good evening, sir, and welcome. Also, China surely is in Defender. Yeah, he does have Defender. And it looks like he did manage to put 1 chop. Terracotta Army finishing next turn. Yeah, it's not going to finish here. We did have Intelligence Agency finishing next turn from Shanadu, but China was a bit too quick. What should you... Wait a second. We didn't have a city being taken over, right? We did have a settler being taken over. What would your prediction be right now? As in a prediction about what? Who's gonna win this? Or who's gonna take the first city? Or I don't know. Because at the moment we didn't actually have a city being taken over from an empire, but we did have a settler being taken over from China. That was the first and only, I guess, attack against a possible city. I do also notice Roy did jump up significantly in his production capabilities, 180, while we do have Solo 1 on also 160. We're gonna see a lot more cities from Frederick soon, since he's gonna get to settle these to the south over here. Soon. More of these traders coming around, not to mention getting his science and his culture up. That's definitely a very good result here. Suvorov did get a lot of culture, but could not manage to get his science at the same time. We do have him on 32 science with 130 culture already, starting to get his baths up. And I do also notice, of course, he did finish Oracle with Colosseum, Temple of Artemis, Apadana, Hanging Gardens. This guy built all of the wonders. He did also go for Monument of the Gods for a Pantheon to get more production towards wonders. Oh my god, I really hope he's not getting GMC here. Great misclick, yeah. Bom dia, Bex. Hello, Tercer, and welcome. Beating Mandate to Terracotta, not easy. Yeah. Well, China is gonna get it. And looks like Mongolia will not have that opportunity. We do have the K-Shake starting to actually add a few shots, and I do have to point out we didn't have Mongolia just, you know, supercharging his army here with the K-Shakes yet. With intelligence agency, he's gonna get that free spy, and will definitely deploy it in the Chinese territory to get a little bit more extra intel on his opponent. We do have GMC in Taiwan, and looking at the yield stab here between them, China's 40 science, and we do have just Demon 52 and 54, so a bit more science over here coming up from him. That is an 8-9 City Colosseum. Let's see. 2, 4, 6. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, and 9. Yeah, that's a 9 City Colosseum. That is correct. That is a 9 City Colosseum. Ce faci, Athena? Te-ai plictisit? Aoleu. Yeah, Athena just woke up, and she's fussy. You're fussy? Where are you? Ah, there we go. Don't go. Yeah. Belly rub time. What's up? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god. Cat doing cat things, man. Cat doing cat things. Okay, more knights coming around, and of course these knights will have a significant amount of strength against these horses, but not by much. While we do have the K-Shakes that will need to actually go through the initial horse defense. Finally, the second one is on the board. Also, Statue of Zeus coming out in 6 turns. I do have to say Mongolia is delaying this quite a bit here. Not sure if this is going to be the perfect choice. We also see another spy is getting built. He wants to send it towards Japan so he can actually defend this side as well. While he did manage to get a channel, Japan still did not put down an encampment. And we did jump into the new era, and by the looks of it, everybody will manage to get their golden ages going. We still don't see an attack from Byzantium into the tiles of Hungary. We did have him managing to get his first tagma out, and he's starting to move towards the western side. Looks like he also is gonna want to actually get his religion up, and we do have Hungarian black armies on the defense. These don't look strong enough to actually punch back into the Byzantine horses, especially with so much support bonus around them. And outside, he's starting to prepare a defense here in the city of Esztergom and Kőszeg. Oh my god, he's still going for GMC. My god! Why? Why? That's gonna be like 2 units the entire game. Why would you go for GMC here? Is this a secret GMC strat I'm not aware of, or is it an actual misclick? Let me finish this. We don't have any more prophets, no? No. No. What was it? So, digital... And bit of it. A little ball of fur. Let's actually see. Okay. Still the Taiwanese need to get onto the board here. It looks like China is going to start making the roads towards the north. He's definitely going to get that GMC next turn. And he's still not getting that push by Mongolia. We do have 3 Kesheks finally getting their way towards the north. More of them in the build queues. And also Knights following up. Solo 1 did go for a free inquiry golden age this time. Jumped up to 122 science and 67 culture. While he's going to go for foreign ministry to get it out in 2 turns. We do have him also getting a few more campuses. And I do want to check. 171 points of production looks very good. Also 117 gold a turn. Definitely good amount of gold per turn for him to actually help out his teammates, upgrade their units. We also have Hungary here, 80 science with 28 culture, went for free inquiry golden age, CMC finishing next time. Yeah, GMC is finishing next turn. 16 faith a turn, GMC is finishing next turn. 21 gold a turn, unfortunately for Hungary. I'm extremely surprised we do have so low gold per turn at the moment. Since we did have him open up with commercials and quite a few trade routes. We also see he's on 112 points of production, while Basil II is going to be 124, and that's going to be his opponent. We do have also Kublai Khan Mongolia, 54 science and 38 culture. This time around he went for drums of war to get that production bonus towards his units, and of course the more resources, while he's starting to also place his units on the front line here. China is trying to get the statue of Zeus. He does have a chop. Actually, he did have 2 chops for it, chose not to get the second one. We do have also 140 points of production here for Mongolia. 1, 2, 3 of these encampments finished with the Ordu in them. Gonna get another spy, and I'm pretty sure soon we're gonna see the spy appearing over here in the cities of China to give him that extra visibility. Frederick Barbarossa also 96 science, 103 culture in the free sim position, starting to couple his economy together with Persia, and I do see he's gonna finish his foreign ministry in 3 turns. We do have universities coming around and also more theater squares from Bremen, while commercial is gonna come out from the cities in the south. There isn't that much production at the moment in that city center. He definitely needs to actually get the builders to improve all of these tiles to make those cities work, not to mention put down his Hanzas. We do have 31 science and 96 culture on him with a Pen Russian voice this time around. Still 6 turns away from getting his GMC up from Thessalonica to allow him to use his faith button to buy out some units. We're probably going to need to see how much faith he's making right now. China is not doing Intel. No, Kazakh. He went for GMC. Good evening, sir, and welcome. This is a bit unfortunate that we have these things. It is what it is. Okay, so horses definitely getting damaged over here one by one. China will have the upgrade button so he can get the coursers. But even with the coursers, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a tough cookie to crack over here. Rogi, 130 science, 60 culture. Oh, wait a second. I was trying to take a look at the faith. 130 faith a turn coming out from Basil with definitely a lot of possibilities to get his hippodromes and arenas out. We're going to need to see how quickly he can actually get his Tagmas onto the front line and, of course, start attacking into his opponent. These Tagmas will be strong enough to punch through the black armies of Hungary. And we do have some pre-built piemen coming out from Hungary here on the right side. Well, this, I guess, GMC on one side will allow him to buy a few of these units to I would say help him get more units out. Just sheer numbers on the right. Maybe I'm copium right now. I'm just sniffing some copium right now. It is what it is. We do also see Rogi, right? Let's see, 130 science, 60 culture, 180 points of production. Colossus coming around next turn from Tokyo, which will allow him to actually get those extra trader, well, that extra trader. He did get religion. That's gonna be warrior monks with holy waters, and from what I do notice, he does have already a line of samurais that could go and attack Mongolia. I'm actually a bit surprised we don't see him pushing a little bit Mongolia over here, you know, just to tell him he's there, to relieve a little bit of pressure and force Mongolia to deploy more units in Kokekota. The longer he leaves this city be, the bigger the army will be from Mongolia and the bigger the defense. We do have also Suvorov here, 38 science, 141 culture. Trajan is not having that much science. He did manage to take over the city of Anshan with the help of the Japanese galleys, and will have that in-between city to trade with his ally over there, Japan. With very, very good amenities, this empire does look strong at the moment. He does have 166 points of production, definitely much weaker than Germany's 223, but higher than everybody else. And while we do have builders coming around, I do see also Hungary sent one of his black armies to see what's going on in the cities of Rome here. We'll have the opportunity to maybe take out some of these heavy chariots. We do also see Suvorov is one turn away from stirrups and mercenaries, so he's gonna get to upgrade these units. He has 1, 2, 3, 4 of these pre-built heavy chariots, and we'll get a wave of builders from as many cities as he possibly can. Mandate of Heaven, printing coming up in 7 turns. We do not have yet the Spy of Mongolia showing up, and I do have to point out at the moment Mongolia didn't actually push properly, didn't push that hard. Let's see when he actually starts to push, because this is not really him pushing. I'm pretty sure the K-Shakes don't take that much damage on return. Yeah, they don't. And that's one unit down. Let's see the next one. Can he take the next one? Oh, this didn't have, well, there could have been some. Yeah, there we go, second one. We do have a statue of Zeus finishing next turn and this turn actually. Whoa, he got the chop. Three archers and 3 spearmen for those possible pikemen, soon to be pikemen. I do have to point out China does not have the pikeman upgrade. He doesn't have it. He will need to get metal. What do you mean? Yeah. She's being fussy. She's restless. She doesn't know. I go there. We do have Mongolia managing to get his +6. Finally, the spy did arrive in the city of Xi'an and activated. Walls are going up in both Longqi and Xi'an for those extra defensive points. While I do see the Keshek still are getting built in the cities, 4 of them at a time. We don't have a single Keshek in the city of Kokekota for a bit more defense, and I gotta say Japan is extremely passive here. Extremely passive. 48 science, 45 culture on Yugo, 114 points of production. Doesn't really have the unit strength at the moment to withstand Mongolia, and that this is the biggest danger he's gonna face. While we do have Byzantium getting his tank mass on the front line against the Hungarian black armies, he's also using his horses. Byzantium is also using his horses to try to flank these units from the north. We're gonna need to see if outside is gonna be strong enough with what he has right now, so he can put up a defense against such a strong attack from Byzantium. Needs to be very careful not to actually start losing units over here. Maybe even try to get... Oh, he didn't manage to get a religion. So he just has a holy site and that's it? Okay. So, and he could have built a +4 and he didn't? Okay. This is what it is. Okay. 2 turns for Marquess Taiwan, theater squares, and this is gonna be where the action is. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a lot of action next turn over here. So horse could be taken out by Kesheg. Archer is still gonna be alive. That's a level 2 archer that he definitely needs to keep alive. We do have another horse that's probably gonna die. He does have a promotion, so it kind of depends on how quick Just Dima can actually get the double shots on it. As you can see, the Keshegs can easily take out the horse. Rome took a city state? Yes, Rome took a city state. This Anshan. Yeah. Is Japan moving? Still not moving. He's getting more of these samurais though. I'm actually curious. What do you think, guys? What are the chances of the game finishing before with all of these things and everything? We might not see it finish. It would need to finish in the next hour or so to actually get the next one. Maybe unstack Zeus. Yes, Adam. I was actually thinking about that one. I guess it is on the backline, so it doesn't actually affect anything, like with support bonus, but still. I agree with you. He needed to actually unstack. And yeah, now that's a problem for China. We do have quite a few crouching tigers that will get to counterattack here. They do enough damage against the horses, not that much against the knights, and it doesn't seem like they're also going to attack the K6 that well. Plus 12 intel on Mongolian units definitely seems strong, and since we do have Hugo getting his printing next turn, well, this turn he got attacked with plus 12, lost a lot. Tank bars are also getting close up and personal with the Hungarian Black Armies. As you can see, there's a line of units here in I would say inverted triangle here, so he can actually keep away the Byzantine units, not allow them to actually double attack his units. Behind him, spearmen, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a few more crossbows coming around from the cities of Hungary. Oh my God, he actually finished. Guys, this needs to be a Civ6. The ship that could. Good evening, sir, and welcome. This is kind of a Civ6. What do you think? Building GMC with 17 faith, 20 faith a turn. Isn't this a Civ6? This is, I mean, this must have been the biggest misclick ever, like the biggest one. Surely Hungary should have declared the Holy Path. Holy Path, yeah. That sounds funny. The Holy Path. I can even see like a, I would say a road through the forest or something, you know, like with through an elvish forest over there with a lot of butterflies and other like you know, creatures over there, magical creatures. He will conquer the Byzantine holy sites. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of copium, man. That is a lot of copium. Whoa, these knights actually one-shot the spearman. Kick W. When is, so Hugo cannot get his upgrades right on the spearman. And these units, oh my God, they're so strong. He might actually lose all of the free units that he got from his statue of Zeus before he's gonna manage to get his own upgrades. Now that's a big problem. Another wave of 4 K6 coming around. I do see also some chops coming out from Mongolia, from Kokekota. Didn't upgrade these units. That's only have 2, 4, 6 over here, and that's about it. And one of them it's a scout, so I don't know if you can actually put the scout as a defensive unit. We definitely have Japan trying to also get his attacks going, and I think the players want to relobby. Am I correct in thinking that? Well, that's 1, 2 spearmen down. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a third one also down. Well, even if this one upgrades, it's still low HP, so it's not gonna do much. We do have the crouching tigers that do have the opportunity to take out one of the knights now. It got exposed over there next to the city of Longxi. Wait, he didn't? Lol. Guess it is what it is. How much movement? So this knight has 3 movement. If they do manage to take out the spearman, and this Keshe can actually attack into the spearman, he can get the knight around the city center on that crouching tiger. Well, I guess he allowed the crouching tiger to attack into him. It would have been, I would say, dangerous, but he would have taken 2 units out before they would have gotten to shoot. Oh well. What happened here? Theocracy gains a wildcard policy slot, double the points of engineers. That's massively important for Germany here. We do have Imhotep, and right now he's on 20 great engineer points a turn. Marco Polo also is the next merchant, and I do want to see Zankian did get picked up, I believe, by Germany, right? Ooh, also Abu has been picked up by Mongolia. He's gonna get stronger heals. Not bad, not bad. Where is Zankian? Yeah, there we go. Zankian did get picked up by Germany. And soon we're gonna have the race for Newton and of course Khaldun over there. I do also notice Persia is starting to get quite a few pre-builds for heavy chariots for the knight. So soon to be cuirassiers from him. Solo is going cartography on the top 3 to get his industrialization first, and then of course follow up with attacks. We do also need to see if Mongolia is gonna manage to take out the walls. I would imagine so. These Keshiks do still pack a punch, even if we did have It's one, well, I guess one level of intel being taken away from them. They still have the +6 on their opponent's movements. We still don't see a spy in the cities of Mongolia at the moment from China. He didn't get intel agency, he went for GMC to be able to keep on buying units. Okay, focus fire crouching tigers, focus fire city center. Which one is it gonna be? Pretty sure the K6 can move across and start shooting. They need to make more space for these other K6 to get in. And this archer, I have no idea what this archer is doing here, to be honest. Like, doesn't have that much movement, doesn't have that much firepower. It's only 36. No idea what it's doing here. In-game Germany wasn't prepared for some reason. Normally you'd go military tactics earlier. Yes, I agree. He wanted printing. He wanted printing to take away the Mongolian +12. That was a problem, right? That was a major problem for him. It skewed the numbers too much and it made the units of Mongolia too strong even on the defense, not only on the offense. So his crouching tigers wouldn't do enough damage there. They weren't doing enough damage. Okay. Quite a few units died early here. Doesn't seem like the moment Mongolia is losing that many. He still has units that can shoot over here, but cannot actually take out the spearmen with them. Yeah, he did bring back his archer. Good. And to be honest, he needs to start shooting down the city. Well, China did manage to get to upgrade one of his horses into coursers, which also increased the defense strength of the garrison, making the city's 47 strength. I do see Byzantium kind of went into the wall of units here of Hungary, and it's at the moment not able to actually find a way to bridge it. His Tagmas are getting attacked by the Hungarian crossbows, and he didn't actually convert yet. I do see Byzantium is actually starting to convert the city of Xi'an, just needs one more turn. One more of those things there. What is the time over here? It's 8:43. What's the time over there? Actually, we went very quickly to 8:43. Check. Surprisingly. This is what it is. Okay, more hippodromes for more Tagmas from Byzantium. There's a lot of military between Fez and Esztergom right now, and it does seem like Hungary at the moment is holding strong. Did get his pikeman upgrade to withstand the damage of these Tagmas a little bit better, and I'm pretty sure he needs a lot more of these crossbows. I'm still not understanding why he actually picked up that GMC, but I guess, you know, it is what it is. We're gonna figure it out together at some point. 1943, so dark? Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, it's still April. In like 2 months, we're gonna have whoa, 5 players dissing. In like 2 months, we're gonna have sunshine, even in like 9:30, sometimes even 10 p.m. or something like that. But yeah, it is getting dark quite early. Usually during the winter, it's getting dark at like 3:30, 4. Just for kicks, it's kick. Ooh. Did Longsy get damaged by a flood? Ha! Ha ha ha! The Way River flooded. The damage in the area is severe. Uh-oh. I mean, that kind of looks like a dead city to me, don't you think? Yeah, that kind of seems like a dead city. Let me relobby. Get into the new lobby. Lobby, lobby, lobby. Yeah. Crazy luck, yeah. Oh my god, imagine if it doesn't flood again. Oh man. Oh man. Oh well. Broccoli, good evening, sir. Maybe beta player. Okay. Okay. Let's get this up. Let's get the relobby going. Well, that's a double load kick. Oh, did you guys see the numbers, man? Oof. Oof. We went down today to like 7,000 or something. Whoa. Soon it's gonna be negative players. I have no idea what they're thinking, by the way. Like, I guess there are like only two choices of getting this game back on track. It is what it is. One would be to try to fix it and then put another few millions of advertising into content creators and so on. The same guys that anyway gave feedback the last time, and we'll see. We'll see if the players are gonna get back. What do you think, guys? Are the players gonna get back on Civ7 after what they did? How many copies they sold? I mean, I have no idea, man. There's no reliable number that you can actually take a look at to see how many copies they sold. So they have like 200 something thousand I would say followers, and then the estimations are like a million, between 900 and a million. To be honest, I don't really believe these numbers, but sure. I don't think they're even coming close to like maybe 400,000 or something copies. But that's just my opinion. They are happy. What do you mean they are happy? So basically, you think they're just gonna They just wanted to get, how to say, the initial investment, and that's it. Because I gotta say, they kind of milked Civ6 for 8 years. I would have expected, you know, Civ7 to have the same approach, no? Well, it's kind of hard to milk it if you keep putting money into advertising. And the game is not converting enough players. Maybe Civ6 was too good? Nah. I mean, I know what you're saying, but that's not how it works, no? I'm pretty sure new technologies, new coding, better net code would have definitely helped. Even the good graphics, but they needed to get the map generation proper, and since they only have a few players, not working. Man, maybe they took out, maybe they took up, I would say the example that Falcon did, like a few times actually, with the 2v2 tournament, and they said, oh yeah, in this tournament there was the biggest money prize ever. There was such an investment on that tournament, it looks great. Yeah, we had potato streaming, and we had this and this and this, and when they made the game with that knowledge, this came out. Yeah, I'm sorry, I was getting in. I'm sorry. It's like, I tried to click buttons as quickly as possible, I okay. Anyway, it looks like Mongolia did get to take out all of those other units from the backline of Longqi, and we still have some Kishiks with available attacks. I'm pretty sure the city of Longqi is gonna be attacked soon. There is a knight that also has enough movement to attack into it. Yeah, that city looks gone. That city really looks gone. Even the battering ram is trying to get out of there. Look at that guy going, man. Pushing that cart out of the way. Anyway, yeah, it does seem like Salad is unfortunately low in science. They do have a lot more culture than their opponents, but that might not actually help them in the long term. With Nader showing 150 science, we do have Hungary also 130. It does seem like Hungary is going to also try to get his next unit, the Hussar, which is going to be extremely important. Hungary on outside, he is on, let's see, oh my god, he only has a single city state. Okay, so that's only a +2 for the Hussars. Anyway, there still is time for him to gather more of those envoys and try to place them into city states to soothe them to get more strength out of it. While I do see Japan is trying to build up his catapult count, we still don't have him starting to attack into Mongolia's units. While yeah, we do have the horses with the +6 intel on him. Japan did not manage to actually get a general here, and we do have also Mongolia managing to spy the city of Okayama. While at the moment I don't see Japan sending a spy towards his opponent. It does also seem like the city of Longqi is just 1 turn away from getting taken out. There are some units over here that will definitely need some more experience points, and now with the pikemen, China can actually counterattack into the knights and deal enough damage. You do have 75 pikemen going against the knights, 65 defense strength. If the city is going to be taken away, the garrison commander is going to disappear, defender is going to disappear immediately. Oh well, it is what it is. What do we have here? More Tangmas getting hard built by Byzantium. I gotta say, he didn't place that many of these hippodromes, no? And he didn't build all of the arenas in them. Yeah, he didn't get all of them quickly. He is still getting them. He's still getting quite a few of them. Okay, German production is starting to actually ramp up to 180 points of production, 144 science, and 120 culture. Looks pretty good right now with 122 gold. They're not actually starting to trade coastally. Persia did manage to get the city of Tushpa, has Susa also on the coast over here. But I do see Germany did just choose to keep going with his traders towards his Persian counterpart with the land connections, not actually getting anything else. Forbidden City, I believe, is being built in Magdeburg. We do have him getting Isodor of Miletus and with the extra 2 charges. I do also see he used Imhotep for the Mausoleum of Halikarnassus in Aachen for extra charges on his engineers. Filippo Brunelleschi is going to be next. He's on 90 points at, well, right now he probably got a few projects to be 90 points at 10. While Filippo's definitely gonna give him more charges for those wonders, we're gonna need to see if he's gonna start to get onto the same level as Rome when it comes to wonder building. I do see also Rome did manage to get a few of these knights out and might actually want to push the city of Pest from the western side. Quite an exposed city over here from outside. I'm still surprised we didn't see him settling to the north of Sejet or northwest of Eger at the moment, while definitely he needed to actually get the defense up on the eastern side. I'm quite surprised about the placement of the city of Pest. Now we also see Japan put a few defensive units in the north, still keeping his borders on the right side, and we're going to need to see next turn, when the turn actually appears, what's going to happen over here with the city of Longxi. Ooh, payment cores from China. Yeah, Longxi is kind of looking like it's going down. It is going down, isn't it? 1060, China still alive. He's still alive. I guess that is a bit surprising. We also have Solo managing to get 225 points of production and is getting his universities for a lot more science quickly. While on the other side, only Roji did manage to get to his 204 science number. This is getting to a scary level over here. If Japan is going to manage to get line infantry, not sure if Mongolia can actually defend this. I do see Roji is going for the top 3 for mass production and of course getting humanism. So line infantry might not happen that quickly. Why is Japan not going? I have no idea. I don't know. Like, I would have thought he has more than enough military to go against Mongolia. Maybe he doesn't know how many units Mongolia has. Waiting for a spy? I mean, I guess there is an intel agency finishing next turn in Tokyo. That might be. Yeah, that might be. And also the catapults, right? He was getting... Oh, wait, he stopped making catapults. And he didn't put an encampment down. He doesn't have a general. It would have been quite important for him to get a general in this location. Against, of course, Mongolia next to him. We're also going to need to see if Persia is going to do anything towards the north, towards Byzantium. He does have pre-builds here, and I do see he recruited James of St. George for extra wall defense over there. You know, the 150 strength walls, the medieval ones are going to get instantly built by James of St. George. You know, while we also did manage to get an encampment from Tarsus, he will need to get a significant amount of projects to actually get to the next one. Jeanne d'Arc is going to be the next one. It's also 305 points, very expensive. Marco Polo looks like it's going to be a race between Hungary, Rome, and Persia to get that out. And no desync. Whoa. Yeah, city of Longxi is dead. And race to the ground. And there we go. The +6 on the Chinese units just disappeared. Okay, let's see the K-Shakes. Can they pull off another attack? I don't know why. Well, I guess he did try to get that out of the way from China's units. But still has quite a few of these cases that can definitely attack into the Chinese pikemen and take them down slowly but surely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cases still remaining with shots. Some of them do have promotions, and I'm pretty sure he does want to promote them to get the extra levels of attack against their opponents. Yeah, more horses coming around. In his cities, he's getting some crossbows, so he can actually do the full damage against the pikemen. These K-Shakes do have a -17 penalty of attacking into units that are anti-cav, because, you know, they're kind of considered cav units. Armory is coming out from Karakorum, more knights, stronger units, and as you can see over here, the pikeman is just gonna be shut down. Yeah, doesn't want to expose this K-Shake to the pikeman core to take a bit too much damage, but to be honest, he could put it here. Oh no, he only has 3 movement, never mind. He would lose all of his movement. He can only go cotton and attack into pikeman. And I think he's telling himself that it's fine, we can go for the next turn. Okay, more of these tagmas appearing on the front line. We do have some crossbows also getting built from Fez. Three of them on the mark with another two archers that will need their upgrades. If you take a look at the goal pattern here, Hugo still on 0. We do have Basil the second on a -21, while Rogi is going to be on 121. Suvorov is also 163 on Rome over there, managing to get enough gold for his teammates to upkeep their units and upgrade. Leonardo da Vinci did get also picked up by Rome. He's going to manage to get the extra +3 culture on each of his workshops. He does need to build them though. I don't see that many built. I only see some industrial zones and that's about it. This one did try to get built but never got built. So yeah. 3 cities remaining from China. Looks like Hungary is trying to also get in some of his black armies to maybe pillage a tile or two. Cause why not? You know, extra gold is extra gold. Persia did also manage to get a unit onto the campus of Shenyang, I believe. Getting that extra science. And oh wait, this one actually moved forward. What did he shoot? He took down the crouching tiger that was next to the great general. That's what he took down, and he got attacked by the crouching tiger or by something. Actually, 2 units over here. I'm pretty sure 2 units because this pikeman doesn't look strong enough to actually do that much damage to the Keshek. Anyway, we'll see next time. There were like 3 wonders in Long Sea. Yeah. Mongols again destroying China. Seems so. Yeah, desyncing. Yeah, I double loaded and we kept on desyncing. Click, click. I think Japan are going for Mongolia because he wants to take up. Mongolia and Hungary will be behind Rome and Japan. Well, definitely he's going to be behind Japan over here. There's too much science difference between them. 231 on Rogi, almost 4 times the amount of science that Kublai Khan has. Significantly more production soon also. We got 264 points of production on Tokugawa with Kublai barely on 131. Yeah, Mongolia does have a lot more units, but they're mostly deployed towards the north. And, well, it doesn't seem like he's going to get to push China in the next ones, in the next city, like Xi'an, for example. Yeah, we do need to see if these Kesheks are actually going to start shooting down the pikemen slowly but surely, and we do have some black armies from Hungary also joining up the fight, with Byzantium managing to actually convert the city of Xi'an. That means he did manage to get an extra +2 from the taxi strait, getting him up to +4 against his opponent. Roy did jump up to 337 points of production, keeps going up, keeps finishing his Hanzas, and of course getting these commercials for the extra adjacency around them. While I do see him also building up the Machu Picchu in Magdeburg, he did finish Forbidden City for an extra card over there. Privateers coming up from Aachen, and we're going to need to see what is he going to figure out here. Oh my god. Oh my god, he could actually get a fleet against Japan, right? Against both Japan and also Rome. Rome is exposed with 2 cities, 3 cities, and Japan is exposed with also 3 cities. German U-boats coming through. Mass production next term. Mercantilism also in 2. I do see art museums coming around for a lot more culture. We got him on 165 science, 145 culture, and of course that production capability. With 2 more Hanzas getting out. These are going to be +6s, both of them. Very nice, very nice. 3 more Hanzas actually getting out. Oh, he could even build a Petra, but I guess it doesn't matter anymore because he's covering all of these desert tiles anyway. Ooh, beautiful. +12 Hansa. And more aqueducts coming through. Okay, now the question is, will the crossbow initial attack against these black armies are gonna allow the Tagmas to two-shot the remaining health of those black armies? That's my question. And how quickly can outside he actually get to his hussars? Because he's one takeaway. Siege tactics coming up in one turn, and we do have him on 150 science a turn. And yeah, there we go. That is my question. So 2 attacks from a crossbow into one of the Hungarian black armies, and boom, that is dead. We do have the pikemen that just cannot do that much damage against, withstand that much damage from the crossbows. And to be honest, it kind of looks like Hungary is going to pay the price over there. Mongolia is retreating. He's sending all of his units towards the western side to actually take a stab at Japan here, while we did have him basically railing out of the game King Mandate F7. He's down to 34 science and 49 culture. Doesn't seem like he's gonna pack a punch to do that much anymore. With only 75 points of production, it's gonna be very hard to come back into the game. Okay, we will see if Japan is going to manage to defend this. He definitely has a lot more science. He was going top 3 though, for industrialization with square rigging coming out next turn. We're going to wait and see if he's going to get attacked. What kind of technology did he get from the bottom or the middle tree, so he can upgrade these units in the higher strength ones. At the moment, he doesn't have castles. I know that. He doesn't have musketeer technology. I know that. What is that called? Actually, gunpowder, right? He doesn't have gunpowder. Does he have crossbows? Yes, he does have crossbows. Okay. Does he have anywhere? I cannot see actually one anywhere. Pikemen? Yes, he does have pikemen. Well, I guess he does need that for the shipyard, no? Is that connected? Yeah, he needs military tactics for the mass production. Okay, more spies coming around, more Kishiks getting built. Just leaving skeleton army towards the north to fend off any kind of counter push from China, which by the looks of it is not happening. Also, I think Japan are going for Mongolia because he wants to take up. Mongolia and Hungary will be behind Rome. I did see that. China only lose 1 city, maybe second later. And I gotta say we can actually finish the prediction. We did have Memas managing to get the first city. Choose an outcome. Slozhnii getting the first city. Let's actually put up the prediction for who's gonna win this game. And we got Memas, and then on the other side, what? Oh. On the other side, salad, base, Mayoneza. 20 minutes. That's weird. Max Neck, hello there, sir. Okay, then Bloody Mongols were faster. Let's see if we can get through quickly. Get back into the game quickly. Yes, I know Max Neck. Yes. Actually, it's kind of weird, right? The game didn't even tell me that I got killed. I just got disconnected. Lol. Okay, so Hungary did place a few of these pre-built units towards the south. That seemed like at the moment Byzantium is starting to drill through his line of defense here. In Chios again, Estergom like. We do have Byzantium managing to get to his nationalism, so the Tagma cores are definitely going to be stronger than the Hungarian defenses. With Tech's side, outside is 4 turns away from getting his hussars and still trying to get as many black armies as possible. Pre-builds for those units, and I do have to point out he only had a single city when we checked last time. Let's see if he did manage to get another one. So every city in the state that he chooses, it's another +2 points for his hussars, the upgrade unit from the black armies. He still needs a bit of time to get there. Roy also getting his top 3 going, square rigging finishing up next turn, workshops also coming around for more production capabilities. I believe he did finish one of his privateers, which started moving towards the east side to see what's going on. He's gonna notice what's going on between Rome and of course Japan over here, sending their trade routes together. We're gonna need to wait and see if he does manage to actually pillage these. campus research projects. We're probably gonna see the race towards Newton and Ibn Khaldun. Let's actually see if anybody got picked up. No, we didn't have anybody get picked up. Marco Polo did get picked up by Persia, and I do see quite a few writers and artists coming up there. Oh, Mongolia is attacking into Japan. Now, this is very surprising, isn't it? We were expecting Japan to actually attack into Mongolia, and he had the opportunity so many times while Mongolia was busy attacking into China in the north. He didn't have that much of a military in Kokekota. Now, it seems like Roji did stay here for a long time. And Roji is still getting his industrialization. Next turn he's gonna get that. That means we're still not gonna have him getting that extra unit strength anytime soon. And the samurais do seem decently strong to actually withstand the Keshik attacks. Wait, who's the host? Oh my god, 0 MS to the host again. Cake W, man. Wait. I mean, should I just not rejoin if they're gonna keep on kicking me? This is what it is, no? This is what it is. We do have another game, actually. Give me a second. This is about that time. We can get the other game going.